win.
And we would recap the game from 2 weeks ago against Pepperell, but if we did that, we'd be done with the recap by the time we got to halftime probably, because so much happened in that game. I had to make some special notes on that one because that was that was the most interesting ending to a game that I've ever seen in my life. It was unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. All you got to say is draw play, onside kick, hook and ladder, Sammy Konchesky scramble, touchdown.
There you go. I like the concise nature in which you described that. That was spot on for sure. Well, folks, we're about ready for some Tigers football here for you tonight. Whether you're listening on the radio or watching on the live stream, we welcome you in. We're fired up and ready to roll for you here tonight. And I'm getting a short in my cord here. Hopefully that wasn't on the air, but I think we got it worked out. But one man back deep here for the Darlington Tigers as Heard County gets ready to kick this thing off. It looks like their kicker is going to be Mac Googe. He is a junior this year, 5'10", 165. He'll get the ball teed up at the 40, and we'll get this thing underway and have some Friday Night Lights for you, again, on the radio and the live stream. Heard County's in their white uniforms with maroon letters and numbers. And we're ready to go, Tiger fans. It's time for some football. Here's the trot. Toe meets leather. We're underway. It's end over end. It's going to drop in. Will be fielded by, that's going to be, was that Jace? No, ball came out right there at the end. I believe it was Miles Twyman. Was he down?
They're calling it down.
Yeah.
That was Donaldson, yeah. Woo.
That was an adventure for sure, and we never got to the keys to the game, so let me give you those real quick. Number one, protect the football.
Turnovers, no turnovers.
Number two, play hard and physical. And number three, control the clock.
That's a big thing there.
More on that later, but right now the Tigers come to the line of scrimmage ready to go here. On 1st and 10, they're going to start at the 22-yard line after an adventurous kick return to open up the game. There's the snap, going to turn, hand it off, go to that B-back run there from Miles Twyman. He's able to spin around and get a few yards there on first down to try to stay in line with the chains.
That's a good first down call. Get some positive yards, usually a low turnover play.
So they pick up 2 there on the Twyman run. That sets up 2nd and 8 here for the Tigers in the first possession of the football game. Quarterback under center. Everybody's going to be in tight in their base formation. Man motions off to the right. That's Bodie Powers. Quarterback's going to run the football, and he is able to pick up maybe a yard, but the defense does a good job there, Coach.
They did. Heard County is, I guess the way they're going to play the option is they're crowding the ball. They got 6 men on the line of scrimmage and 3 other, it's like a 3 linebacker set. And going to crowd the ball and challenge Darlington to crack them.
This is going to bring up 3rd and 6 for the Tigers. Going to send 2 wide receivers to the far side here for this play with 10:49 and the clock ticking here in the first quarter, first possession of the game. There's the snap. Ball is loose on the turf, and the Heard County Braves have covered and picked up a fumble recovery. That was number 22, Max Lassiter, who came out with the ball, and there's a turnover on the first possession.
Oh, man, it's just one of the keys of the game you mentioned, Matt. Protect the ball. Protect the ball.
And that's been one of the ongoing issues for this team this year is the turnovers. Obviously something they work on a lot during practice but have not been able to sort out. And I got to tell you, this team, as dangerous as they are in terms of their athleticism and speed, that could be a problem.
Now, watching the replay, it looked like Sammy came out, didn't quite have a real good strong handle on it, but then it looks like he hit the nose of the ball on one of our linemen, and it just popped out. We gotta secure the football.
So Heard goes to the line of scrimmage. Their quarterback is Ethan Tisdale. Talked about him pretty good bit there in the pregame. Going to send 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 on the near. Going to have a man in the backfield. That's Pearson. They're going to hand it to him. He tries to muscle through, picks up a few yards there on first down on a run play.
Great tackle by Sam 20. Physical.
And that's certainly one of the hallmarks of this Darlington football team, and their ability to move on to the next play. 3 wide receivers to the far side. There's going to be a quick out into the flat, connects with the receiver, breaks a couple of tackles. He got really close to the first down marker. We'll give him credit. That was a big, hard play after contact from Max Lassiter.
It was. He's hard to bring down. We should have locked him up, or we had a good chance to lock him down and put a 3rd and 5 or 6 on him.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and short here for this Heard County offense, who got a short field after a Darlington turnover on the first possession of the game. This is 3rd and 1 with 9:50 left to go in the first quarter. They run to the line of scrimmage this time. Going to send a wide receiver on each side of the formation. We'll have a couple of up backs on each side. Nobody there in the backfield standing next to the quarterback again, who's Ethan Tisdale. Here's the snap to him. It's going to be a run, a draw, and he scoots right into the end zone. That's going to be, an 18-yard run to pay dirt, or 11-yard run, rather, to pay dirt for Tisdale.
Wow, great blocking by Heard County. Just sealed everybody inside and kicked out. It's just a quarterback power play off the left side. Block down, kick out.
So Tisdale scores, and then on for the extra point is Mac Googe, and he'll see if he can punch it through and make it a 7-0 game. The hole will be handled by Trip Kerbo. So Heard County strikes first with 9:30 left to go in the first quarter against the Darlington Tigers. Only 2 teams in 6A Division I right now undefeated. Here's the snap in region play, I should say. And that was going to be right down Broadway. Score moves to 7-0.
Yeah, that's the turnover created a touchdown, momentum swing. Also, Heard County there on the second down, they came with some fast tempo. They went straight to the line and threw that screen pass out there. And I thought we were in good position. We just didn't complete the tackle when we needed to. But we gotta bounce back. I think this has happened to us before in a couple of games early. So the kids are resilient. They'll come back.
Yeah, we've seen the last 3 games. Of course, Darlington's won 4 in a row, jumped out to a big lead, 35-0 up at Ridgeland for their first win. Ended up winning that game 49-7. But the last 3 games, Darlington has had, they trailed early in the game and at halftime had to come back and win. But I think this team's a little bit of a different animal, so they're going to have to reel this back in pretty quick.
Yes, I think they will. I think they're just going to have to get used to the speed that Heard has. They're physical, like a lot of teams we play, but the speed, I think, is the thing we're going to have to adjust to.
Braves ready to kick it off. Matt Googe, who just punched in the extra point moments ago, is going to kick it off. The Tigers going to send Sammy Konchesky back deep at the 5 in front of the end zone to try to return this kick. It floats over to Jace, and he's going to bring it out. Donaldson, and scoots out to the near side, gets out close to about the 27-yard line before they haul him out of bounds. So pretty good pickup there on the kick return.
Well, they're making sure they don't kick it to Sammy or to Miles.
Pick your poison there between Sammy, Miles, and then obviously Jace Donaldson, who just returned that kick.
Oh, man, we got better field position, 30-yard line.
So the Tigers line up their offense, going to have a wide receiver on each side. Konchesky under center, ready to take the snap. He's got the ball. He's going to throw a quick out to the right side.
There we go.
And find some space. Stays up. That's going to be Moore with a pickup of about 9 yards. He got really close to the first down marker.
He did. He's going to be, I think, a yard short, but Darlington is going to have an answer to Heard County crowd in the line of scrimmage, and that's one answer. That's a good answer right there.
So this is going to bring up 2nd down and 1. Base formation, everybody's in tight with those 2 slot backs and the B back in there. Miles Twyman going to hand it off to him, and he's able to scoot through.
Wait a minute.
We get a flag? Yeah, flag came in. I was screened from it. Was it a false start?
Looks like they're going to walk us back. Matt, I was going to mention about your keys there to the keys to the game.
Yes, sir.
The other one I was going to say was penalties.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. We had a first down, now we're second.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 6 here for the Tigers under center. 2 slot backs and the B back in there. There's the snap. Going to hand it off to Miles again, and this time they're going to stuff him after a pickup of about 3 or 4 yards. So it's going to be short of the first down, bringing up 3rd and manageable.
In any football game, 3rd down is a very important down. To convert that 3rd down, to give you some more sets of downs, and a lot of things can happen. Being early in the game, we need this first down.
Most definitely. So the Tigers will go back to the drawing board at the line of scrimmage, see if they can dial up a few yards and move the chains. They got the ball at the 37-yard line, still on their side of the field, working from right to left. Man motions off to the right, fakes the pitch. Sammy rolls back to left. Flag comes in. He does connect with Miles Twyman, who came out of the backfield. Another flag comes in. There are 3 flags on the play, Coach Powers.
Well, I think the first one's going to be illegal procedure again. We moved this a little bit early, and then the last one is over here on a blindside block on a crackback. So both of them, I think, unfortunately, are against us. The great thing is that they won't add up, I don't think. They'll probably take the bigger one, the 15-yarder.
Right now we can kind of hear the coaches here from Hurd on the headsets talking over the strategy of it.
Can we tell them to decline?
Go ahead and pop your head over there and give your suggestion. They'll take it better from you than they would from me, probably. All right, so they march it off, and that's going to bring it all the way back to the 28-yard line. So
yeah, they took the bigger one.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 12 here for the Tigers. And as you pointed out, so far in this game, the 2 biggest issues, the turnover, and now on this drive, the penalties.
Yes.
Going to send 2 wide receivers to the far side. Quarterback under center here for this 3rd down and long situation. He's rolling to his right, going to hand it off. Comes back this way with Miles Twyman. Finds some green grass. He's got the first down.
There we go.
And he gets out to the 48-yard line. What a play.
Oh, they just took advantage of Hurd County's aggressiveness. I saw that on video last night, how they chased the football, and we caught them. That's the same play that we scored against Pepperell.
Yeah, the 80-yard play last week. So you know that they had to see that on film more than once, but it pays off again and gets Darlington close to midfield with a fresh set of downs. And there again, Coach, this team just shakes it off and moves on to the next play. I've never seen anything quite like it. Under center, wide receivers on each side. There's the snap. Quarterback's going to throw a quick out over to the far side.
He's gone.
Hits more, stays up, breaks a couple of tackles, and he gets to about a 10-yard gain there. So that should move the chains again.
They've got one-on-one coverage out there. They've got their corner out there on an island, and we're just one little ankle tackle away from going to the end zone.
Well, that's going to bring up 2nd and 1 as he was just shy of the mark to meet to get the first down there on that play. But quarterback's going to roll under center, base formation, everybody in tight. Man motions off to the left side, going to go with a quick pitch, hits Jace Donaldson, trying to get those legs going across the 40 down to the 35.
Yep.
And he is going to have a first down, and the Tigers are on the move.
Nice block out here. I think that was number 1. I think Bodie Powers had a good block out here. And then Donaldson bounced it out. Yep. Hurd County outside linebacker tried to go underneath the block. Cost him contain. Great play, Tigers.
No question about it. And it looks like we got a timeout. Yep, so we're going to take one also. 6:43 left to go first quarter. Hurd 7, Darlington 0. We're back in 30 seconds. Score from the Braves. Right now it's 7-0 with 6:43 left to go here in the first quarter of the ball game. Going to have wide receivers, one on each side of the formation. Tigers working right to left. Sammy Konchesky takes the snap. He drops back.
Wide
looking
open.
to throw. He's got a man open. Connects with Jace Donaldson. Nothing but green grass. 33 yards into the end zone. And the Darlington Tigers answer the bell and strike back. Pending PAT, we could have a tie ball game just like that. What a drive, Coach.
What a drive. the coaches figured that out pretty quick. You're going to crowd the line of scrimmage, we're going to give you a play-action pass and catch them coming up. That's taking advantage of Herd's aggressiveness.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Ade DeSalu on for the extra point, trying to tack this on and make this a tie ball game with 6:34 left to go in the first quarter. Here comes the kick on the way, and just like he has been, no, it's going to be, I guess, wide left. I didn't see exactly the trajectory of that ball. I thought it was going right through, but it did not.
I did too. I know the hold, and they almost blocked it. Maybe he tried to pull it a little bit. Oh, we don't need to give away points, but hey, that was short, exciting touchdown.
Indeed it was. So now Darlington trails this game by 1 point after the mixed extra point. A rare miss there by Ade DeSalu. It has been automatic here for the Tigers this season on the extra points. But we're glad you're with us. The Tigers strike, and now it is a 7-6 ball game again with 6:34 left to go in the first.
Exciting game. I guess in the tradition of whiteout, they're doing the LeBron James baby powder in the air on the touchdown, the students.
I'm just glad that we've got the window just barely cracked because I hadn't had any of it come in here, but that is a scent that I just do not care for.
No, we don't need a little baby diaper scent up here.
No, maybe that's what it is. It's like a mental thing that you associate it with or whatever. But
yeah, it's all them grandkids I have.
Oh, man. So DeSalu ready to kick it off here to Herd County. They've got 2 men back here. One of them is going to be Brody Buck Cofield. We'll tell you more about him. He's definitely a good athlete. Then on the other side of the field is Tisdale, the quarterback. There's a kick. It's going to be a squib. Picking it up is going to be Brody Buck Cofield. He cuts back to the near side trying to get some room to run, and they're going to haul him in at about the 31-yard line. And what a tackle. The Tigers are certainly fired up right there.
Is that number, we have a 13?
Yep. That was Levi Duggan.
Yep. Had his jersey pulled up in the front. I couldn't figure it out at first.
So with 6:26 left in the first quarter, Herd County's going to start at the 31-yard line on their side of the field, leading this game by a single point, 7-6. And coming back to the line of scrimmage, they go. Going to send 2 wide to the far side, 1 on the near side. The one on the near side is going to be Zay Moreland. There's the snap to Tisdale. Going to fake the handoff. Is going to pass out to the flat, connects with the receiver, and the defense strings it out and gets a stop. And they only picked up about a yard. That was a good play defensively.
Oh, man, it looked like, was that Henry Ledbetter got out there from defensive end and helped with that, along with some others.
Trenton Moore got there first.
Yep. Trenton made a great tackle.
There's the snap. Going to hand it off. Goes out to the outside. Nice stiff arm at the end. He picked up about 4 yards. That was Darian Pearson on that second down play. That brings up 3rd and medium, it looks like. So a pass and a run.
Yep. I would say we got to watch Tisdale here.
Oh, definitely.
Watch the quarterback.
As we mentioned to you in the pregame, he's got over 900 yards this season, leading rusher on the team. He's going to send 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 on the far side. This is 3rd down and 5 from the 36-yard line. Herd working left to right. There's the snap. Tisdale rolling out. He has got company in the backfield, pushed around, and throws it out of bounds. And you got to tip your cap to Jaron Payne, who was all over him applying the pressure.
Jaron was up in his face, and he couldn't give him a decision. Great. I looked down here, too. It looked like pretty good coverage, too.
So
They try to run a little 3-level route here, put 3 receivers at 3 different levels.
So that's going to force a 3-and-out, Coach. Defense stands tall on that possession for sure. And if you're listening in, well, here we go, folks. They actually look like they're going to run a play, going to go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback still on the field, Ethan Tisdale. 4th down and 5. There's the snap, and he's going to punt it away. Okay, so the quarterback is also the punter, and that's a dangerous situation. You never know what he's going to do until he does it. It goes out of bounds at about the 18-yard line, so they're able to pin the Tigers back a pretty good bit.
About 46 yards from the line of scrimmage. You got to honor that. You got to, I don't know how fast you can slide a safety back there, but you got to honor that because Tisdale can run a play and get the 1st down.
So the Tigers are able to get a stop on defense, now trail by only 1 point, 7-6 with 5:20 left to go, and we're getting what we expected in this one. Two good teams locking horns and providing some entertainment for the crowd here in the first quarter.
Going to see if the Herd has an answer for the option here.
So this is 1st and 10. Tigers start at their own 16 on their second possession, and quarterback's going to run this football. Boy, look, he's off to the races. Stays up, shakes a tackle, gets across the 40. What a big run. That was 22 yards for Sammy Koncheski.
What a great read by Sammy. They're just running a triple option. 12 there for Herd County, took the dive. Sammy's going to pull it. He had a pitch man there too.
So big run there for the Tigers on first down. And now they get ready for 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line, still on their side of the field, but for how long? They move that one quick. There's the snap. Koncheski rolling out. Now he's going to tuck the football. No, he was looking for the pitch man, got hit. A flag came in. So we'll see what that's all about here in a moment.
That's right there where holding would be called.
Yep, you are exactly right. That's a holding call on the offense, so that'll be a 10-yard penalty against the Darlington Tigers. They'll march that off.
I don't know if he declined it. They're going to decline it.
Oh.
I see Coach over there, Lassiter, going to decline it. That's unusual.
Yes, it is.
So they could have had 1st and 20 or 2nd and 14. So they chose 2nd and 14.
So the Tigers are going to line up at the 37-yard line, as you mentioned, with 2nd and 14. Going to have a receiver here on the near side. Man motions off to the left. They're going to hand it off and try to dive up the middle. Not a lot there that time, Coach.
No, it's Sammy's asking for the same play. I think he missed he wanted to pull that, but handed it off. I think the guy that's supposed to take the dive back kind of gave him a misread. But we'll see.
Well, that brings up 3rd down and 12 here for the Tigers after a short pickup there on 2nd down. Got to send 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 on the far side. Koncheski under center, ready to take the snap here on 3rd. Dropping back, going to put the ball in the air, connects with Moore again, and he is going to be slammed to the turf. I think that was number 14, Darius Coleman, who was able to haul him down, and now it's 4th down. No doubt you got a punt here.
No doubt. Well, they didn't give us forward progress on that. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. Would have been 4th and 6. Now it's 4th and 7.5.
So the Tigers will be forced to punt here for the first time in this football game. Trenton Moore on to handle the punting duties. You got 1 man back here for Herd County. Here comes the kick, and it sails over in his direction, goes out of bounds. Nope. And that's going to be down at about the 26-yard line, I believe. So we've got 3:16 left to go here in the first quarter of the football game. We got a close one. Herd County's up 7-6. Darlington opened up with possession of the game, fumbled on, I believe, the 3rd play of the game, gave a short field to Herd County, and they were able to score on an 11-yard run from Tisdale, their quarterback, for their only score of the game. And then Darlington on the ensuing drive would score on a 33-yard play to Donaldson from Sammy Koncheski. Missed extra point, and that's where we are at 7-6 with 3:16 left to go here in the ball game. So both teams have had to punt on their last possession. Herd County with the ball. Tisdale's going to turn. He's going to throw the ball into the flat here on the near side, and the Tigers swarm and bring him down after a short gain. That was number 22, Max Lassiter, who caught that ball. And
That's the 3rd receiver screen here in the first quarter. That I heard must have seen something on video or film that thought that could be a big part of their game plan.
Going to change some personnel here for this next play. Trip Kerbo just came in, and off the field was number 44, Peyton Foger. Hurd being very, very deliberate here. They go back to the line of scrimmage. 5 seconds on the play clock. They got to snap it pretty quick now. Ethan Tisdale lines him up in the gun. 3 wide receivers, 2 on the far side. He drops back. He's going to throw a screen pass. Is able to connect with Pearson, who came out of the backfield. And man, he is lightning fast when he gets the ball in his hands. And he's able to pick up a chunk of yards. Not enough for the first down, but pretty close.
Well, I say if you show the replay, watch this hold right here. I don't know if you can see it. Our number 9 got held. Watch right there.
He sure did.
Sure did.
Yeah,
Had his arms around his waist. Jaron Payne's number 9. Hard to make a play when somebody's got you wrapped up.
The 3rd and 2nd. Ball's at the 35-yard line. Hurd County back to line of scrimmage. They're going to line up with a wide receiver to the near side, 2 on the far side. Got an up back on the far side of the formation. Quarterback's running this. That was drawn up. He runs it right away, and they get the first down.
Oh, I bet the whole defense, Coach Groves, everybody knew probably the quarterback was going to run it. He's just an athlete.
So that's going to bring the ball out to about the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 here for Hurd County, leading at 7-6 with 2:10 left in the first quarter. We got the Honeymoon Bakery icing on the cake player of the game coming up after tonight's action. Also, the Rome Orthopedic Center High School football scoreboard show for you on WLAQ. Here's the snap. Tisdale takes it, hands it off. Pearson is off to the races, stays up, and gets about 12 yards there on the play. That's another big run from that young man. He's a heck of a runner.
That's what you call a quick opener there.
Indeed. So 2 first downs in a row there for Hurd County, and they're on the move on the Tiger side of the field at the 45-yard line. Going to send 3 wide receivers to the near side this time. In the backfield is Pearson with the quarterback Tisdale. 1st and 10, Hurd County Braves. There's the snap, turns, is going to go play action, looking downfield, and he's going to put the ball in the air. Wow, what a great grab by number 11, Brody Buck Cofield, one of his favorite targets, and leaps up, grabs the ball, and gets it inside the red zone. That was a heck of a play.
It was a heck of a catch right there. I thought Tisdale was going to run it at first, but man, let's see what we see on this on the replay. Oh, just over Darlington's head.
So they're going to line up now with a 1st down and 10 from the 14 in the red zone. There's the snap, going to hand it to Pearson, and he is going to be brought down immediately. Great pursuit by the defense. They got 3 Tigers on him right out of the gate.
I bet this is a QB sweep.
We're about to find out. 2 wide receivers on the far side. There's the snap. Going to give it to Pearson. Oh. Ball comes out. The Tigers, I think they fell on it. We're going to see. They're pointing in the opposite direction. We'll see the officials call. But Hurd County coughed it up, and the Tigers got it. We'll look at the replay and see if we can catch who came out with the football as we've got our screen, because I was screened. There was quite a pile of humanity there, so I didn't catch it. But I'm hoping we can get it on second look. We may not be able to, Coach, but we're going to try.
Yeah.
Still hadn't seen them come up with it yet on the screen.
Trent Moore almost, but missed it. I don't know who came up on the screen there.
We never got a good look at it.
Oh, me.
Apologize for that.
If you are his mama, call us and let us know, because mamas always know.
Yeah, they would have seen it, no doubt.
Yeah.
So the Tigers are going to start at their own 5-yard line, so they got to kind of break themselves out of jail first. They're going to hand it off. And he's going to be stopped pretty quickly after a short gain. That was Miles Twyman with the carry, I believe.
Yep, that's a new wrinkle right there, a little counter, inside wing counter. Got to hang on to the ball. I think we had a play there. Yep.
41 seconds left on the clock. Darlington trails 7-6. 2nd down and 9 coming up from the 8-yard line. So they were able to pick up 3 yards there on first down. Well, not quite 3 yards. Here comes the snap. Konchesky going to fake the handoff. He's going to run the football, find some green grass, is streaking down the sidelines out across the 25 to about the 26 before he goes out of bounds. Big play there.
Wow, that's just some pure what coaches call an inside veer. They're going to read the first defender outside the tackle. If he takes the dive back, watch here. If he takes the dive back, which he did, quarterback's going to keep it. And he's got the option to run it or pitch it.
Very effective play, Coach, and it brings up 1st and 10 here for the Tigers with 5 seconds left to go in the first quarter of the ball game. Looks like they'll snap it. There's the snap. Going to hand it off. Tries to go up to the other side this time, and that's going to be stopped pretty quickly. That was Bodie Powers, I believe, with the ball on that play, and got a short gain of about a yard.
It's an inside counter. Like I said, that's a new one I haven't seen.
That's the end of the first quarter, everybody. We're going to go ahead and flip sides and take a quick breather here, but Heard County up 7-6 over Darlington. We're back in one.
Coosa Steel is a family-owned full-line steel service center located in Rome, Georgia. Since 1972, we've been working to make our customers more efficient by providing steel product supply and processing all in one place. We are proud to provide a large range of products, including hot-rolled and cold-finished steel, stainless steel, galvanized steel, aluminum, and alloys. Our capabilities enable us to assemble and process steel orders within days, shortening your lead time. Coosa Steel. Steel for your project.
We're back at Chris Hunter Stadium, Heard County in town for a big region matchup against your Darlington Tigers. Right now it's 7-6 as we get ready to start the second quarter. Here is the situation. We flip sides of the field, so now Darlington's working from left to right on your radio dial if you happen to be listening on an old school radio tonight. And they have 2nd and 9 with the ball at their own 27. So the Tigers will extend this possession into the second quarter of the game, trailing by 1. Konchesky under center, 2 wide receivers, 1 on each side. They're going to go with a pitch to Donaldson, trying to get him in some space, and he's able to leap forward at the end of the play, get a little extra yard after contact, and that's going to bring up 3rd and hopefully manageable here.
That's the 3rd option of the triple option. They finally, somebody took, the outside linebacker took the quarterback, and Sammy had to pitch it.
And I would imagine, obviously, in your years of coaching football, you saw that a lot. But also, since you have a son that played at Georgia Tech under Paul Johnson, you got a taste of it a lot then too, huh?
Oh yeah.
So Konchesky under center takes the snap. He's going to hand the ball off. They try to go up the middle there, and the defense is able to form a wall and stop them there close to the line of scrimmage. That brings up 4th down.
Yeah, boy, those linebackers react. They do. Number Antonio Heath, number 4. 5'9", 205. He's a hoss in the middle.
So right now Darlington is keeping their offense on the field. Nope, they're going to run their punter out. It looked like for a minute there they were keeping the offense out, but
yeah, I don't know if they got any tricks up their sleeve, but we'll see.
Trenton Moore getting ready to punt the ball away here for the Tigers. There is the kick. Got some pretty good air underneath that one. Fair catch is going to be signaled about the 38-yard line there by number 11. That's Brody Buck Cofield, so no return on the punt.
Well, defense got to bow up again.
So the Heard County Braves will come back to the line of scrimmage, leading this 7-6 with 10:28 left to go here in the first half. They'll run back to the line of scrimmage, sending 2 wide receivers, actually 3 now, to the near side of the field, working right to left. Tisdale, the quarterback, Scott Pearson in the backfield with him. And there's the snap to Tisdale. He's going to run this football off to the right side. The defense was ready for it that time, Coach.
We were ready. It's tempo and throwing the screen.
So the ball is going to be at the 49-yard line, just on Darlington's side of the field, and a fresh set of downs here for the Braves. Darlington going to make a substitution, it looks like, on defense, as Will Scholl ran out of the field. 6'5", 240-pounder there. Man motions off to the right side. There's the snap. Quarterback's going to hand it to Pearson and run it off the middle, and he's able to pick up about 5 or 6 yards.
Got a little confusion on the substitution and confusion in the defensive backs on the motion. Herd's going fast. They're not giving us the time to adjust or make substitutions.
Now you got 2nd and 5 here for Heard County Braves. 3 wide receivers on the far side. There's the snap. Tisdale rolls out to his right, puts the ball in the air, connects with an open receiver, shakes off a tackle, gets a first down, and I think that was Brody Buck Cofield on the other side of the field on that play. Wow.
Yeah, it was. He had
and you're right. They're getting that line of scrimmage in a hurry. Pearson is going to flank the quarterback to his left side. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 on the far side. There's the snap. Going to hand it off. Went to a different man that time, Darius Coleman. And the defense stuffs him after a short gain of about 1 or 2 yards.
great. That's a great tackle. Colton Moman, 55.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, great tackle.
So that brings up 2nd down and 9 here for the Braves with 8:46 left to go in the second quarter. Braves leading it 7-6 here at Chris Hunter Stadium. Hard to believe this is the 7th game of the regular season for both teams. There's the snap. Is going to hand it off. I thought they were going to go play action for a second, but a delayed handoff to number 14. Again, that was Darius Coleman, and not a whole lot of ground gain on that play, about a yard or 2.
I think that's a read play where Tisdale can keep the ball out the backside, but we stayed home up there. I think Henry Ledbetter stayed home, so he went ahead and gave the ball. I'd rather running back keep the ball than Tisdale for sure.
Substitution here for Darlington Tigers as Evan Parton runs back out on the field for Scholl. Shotgun formation, 3rd down and 8 coming up here for the Braves. Defense trying to pin the ears back, come up big here on 3rd down. There's the snap. Quarterback is going to run this ball. Cuts to the near side. Flag comes in. He's able to stay up and get down to about the 27-yard line. But you're right, this is coming back.
Yep. Jaron Payne got held. That was a classic hold. Got your arm wrapped around his neck.
So they'll march off the penalty yards. With 7:45 left to go here in the half, and Darlington trailing 7-6, and the defense trying to stand tall here. Doing a good job. Defenses play well tonight.
Oh, they have. This when bend don't break. Except for that first, they're put in a bad position here on the 15-yard line in the first quarter. Oh, it's 3rd and forever right here. It's a screen draw territory.
You're looking at 2 successful programs locking horns tonight. The Tigers have made the state playoffs 17 years in a row, 19 consecutive trips for Heard County. They're going to drop back, looking to throw. Tons of company in the backfield. Quarterback's able to escape. That's one of the things he can do. And he gets down to about the 32-yard line, so that's going to be short of the first down. But it's going to be 4th and short. Coach, I figure they'll probably roll the dice here, don't you?
I would think so. They're going fast. I don't know if that means they're going to run the same play or get lined up.
2 wide on the far side, 1 on the near side for Tisdale and the Braves. It's going to be 4th down and 3 at 32. He's rolling out to his right, looking downfield, and he's going to tuck this ball and run. He gets the first down and then scoots out of bounds at about the 23, 24-yard line.
Yeah, we lost contain on that side. He took the ball about his 3rd step. I said he's got wide open if he wants to keep running out there. I was hoping he'd throw the ball somewhere and get incomplete.
But it was a run for the quarterback and a first down and a conversion there for this offense. They run back to the line of scrimmage. Now they're at the 24-yard line. Going to send 2 wide to the near side, 1 on the far side. Tisdale's got them lined up in the gun. There's the snap. Going to hand it off to Pearson. He finds a hole, and he's inside the 10, spins around, and to the end zone. 24-yard run to pay dirt, and Heard County's going to increase the lead.
Yeah, that's that quick opener, and we've stuffed it a few times, but he got a crack there and broke 2 tackles in the secondary.
So Darian Pearson there with a 24-yard run to pay dirt with 6:52 left to go in the half. And now on for the extra point is going to be Matt Googe, who made his first extra point in the ball game. Trying to make it 2 for 2 and make this a 14-6 ball game in favor of Heard. And that one's going to be right down Broadway. and the score does move to 14-6 with 6:52 left to go in the second quarter. That was a big drive for the Braves.
It was big, and the big play on that drive, we had them 3rd and 20. 3rd and 20, and Tisdale gained 18 of it back, and then went for it on 4th down and made it. But that hurts as a coach when you got them 3rd and 20, and then they end up converting a 1st down, and then it ends up being a score.
At the end of tonight's broadcast, we will have the Honeymoon Bakery icing on the cake player of the game, also the Roman Orthopedic Center High School Football Scoreboard Show. And we certainly urge all of you to write down the phone number, 706-232-7767, if you'd like to call in and give a shout out to the Darlington Tigers if you've been watching the game, and kind of let the guys know what you saw. We certainly invite people from all around the community to call in that show and let them know what's happening in the world of high school football. It's a lot of fun.
It is. You get a lot of scores in a short period of time.
And of course, it's hard to believe. We talked about this earlier, but this is Game 7 for both of these teams playing here tonight, and the Tigers have had both of their idle weeks, so it's going to be regular season over after the next 3 weeks, because you got Model coming to town here at Chris Hunter Stadium coming up next week, and then it'll be 2 road trips to Temple and Bremen to close out the season. So hard to believe the regular season will be winding down before you blink your eyes.
Isn't that the truth?
Always happens that way, though.
Yep, it's been exciting.
Matt Gooch to kick it away here for Hurd, and he's going to kick that one over into the corner to Jace Donaldson, who's going to bring it out from the 20. Gets hit right away. Flag comes in, and he's going to be brought down at about the 21-yard line. But what do you think the flag's going to be about, Coach?
Oh, I don't know about this one. I would seem it would be on on us, a hold. They're waving it off. Okay. It may have been, I don't know, did he look like he was giving a fair catch? I didn't see anything on the replay.
So the ball is going to be at the 21-yard line. That's where the Tigers are going to open up this possession with 6:45 left to go in the first half, trailing now 14-6 after the last score on a big run by Pearson for Hurd County. Everybody's going to line up in tight except for a wide receiver split wide to the far side as Tigers work from left to right. Konchesky will take the snap. He is going to fake the handoff, going to run the ball, and he has got some room to run, folks. He's off to the races, stays up, shakes off a tackle across midfield, and down out of bounds at about the 45-yard line on the Hurd side of the field. Always a breath away from breaking a big one, Coach.
He sure is. I noticed that Hurd County's number one, Darian Pearson, he's not in the game at outside linebacker.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but he might be back in there pretty soon. I know 25 must be in for him, Braden McKenzie. And we ran to Braden's side then. That was a good call.
1st and 10 from the 44. There's the snap. Konchesky dropping back, looking to pass. Ball's in the air. Wide open. Donaldson scoots into the end zone. That's a 44-yard pass play to Donaldson, who was wide open. Nothing but green grass. And all the way into the end zone, just kind of floats in there. And the Tigers have got an opportunity here to make it a 1-point game or tie it up if they elect to go for the 2-point conversion.
Woo. What play you think Hurd's going to be talking to their kids about at halftime?
Wow.
They better have a secondary meeting, get that coverage right, because nobody twice, that's two touchdowns the easy way.
Big play there for the Darlington Tigers, and Jace Donaldson, here comes the point after. That one's going to be through the uprights and is good, and the score moves to 14-13 in favor still of Hurd County, but what a way to strike back there for the Darlington Tigers.
Sure did. That was a great call on 1st down for Konchesky. He's got to be close to probably 100 yards, I would think, in the first half. But it just, when the triple option's working, it puts stress on the secondary. So the defensive backs are trying to come in there and help the linebackers and outside linebackers out, and that's when you catch them. You catch them sleeping.
Jace Donaldson has won the Honeymoon Bakery Icing on the Cake Player of the Game one time before this year. That was in the opening loss to Mount Vernon, and he's eyeing them cupcakes again at this point of the game, but we got a long way to go.
He must be hungry.
He must be. Of course, I don't even know if you got to be hungry to enjoy anything from Honeymoon Bakery, man.
Isn't that the truth? Just you mentioned it's got me thinking about, is it open after the game?
I should have brought us a box of stuff up to the booth that we could enjoy at halftime, but
My wife Debbie be giving you a bad call.
Well, then I'm glad I didn't then.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a bad influence, that's for sure. All right, here comes the kick from DeSalu from the 40, and this one's he's going to kick into the end zone, so that's an automatic touchback. He put a little extra on that one, didn't he?
He did a little extra mustard. Hey, while we're talking about relatives,
yes,
I got to shout out to Mr. Corky Norsha, who is Bodie's Powers' grandfather, my wife's father, and him and a bunch of the relatives up there, Nick and Lenny and Jeannie, and a whole bunch of Owensboro, Kentucky's listening and watching Darlington football.
That's
so
fantastic.
I get a shout out to them.
Owensboro, that's over near Cincinnati, isn't it?
No, it's in western Kentucky, more towards the Paducah side.
I got you.
It's about an hour northwest of Nashville.
What's the name of the town that's right across the river?
Covington.
Okay, Covington. Got you. All right. Heard County lines up. Going to send wide receiver to the near side. Here comes the snap. Tisdale's going to hand it off. They go back to Pearson, and he's going to be dropped after about a 3-yard gain.
He had that big touchdown run. They're going to turn around and give it right back to him, I would.
Oh, absolutely. He is a tough customer, no question about that. He hits the hole in a hurry and with a lot of force. He is a really strong runner. So that brings up 2nd down and 6. Now the ball's at the 24-yard line. Heard County working right and left. Right now leading it by 1 point. 3 wide receiver set, 2 on the near side, 1 on the far side. As Tisdale gets ready to take the snap here on 2nd and 6. He's going to run the football, tries to follow the lead blocker, and Jaron Payne got a hold of him and dragged him down by his jersey. Good play, Payne.
Great play by Payne to get him wrapped up. Great play to get him wrapped up. That's big 3rd down.
Indeed. So 3rd down and 5 coming up after a short pickup there by the quarterback Tisdale with 5:11 left to go and the clock ticking in the 2nd quarter of this football game. So we're edging towards halftime. We really appreciate you listening or watching tonight, wherever you're at. It'll be a wide receiver to the far side, 1 on the near. 1 man in the backfield here with Tisdale. Now there's going to be 3 wide receivers on that far side. Quarterback dropping back, looking to throw. He's going to throw a deep ball in the air. Oh, my goodness. What a great catch by Brody Buck Cofield inside the 25, down at about the 24. That was Sports Center highlight reel catch right there. Great pass.
That was. I think they sent 4 guys, what we call 4 vertical. They sent 4 guys on streak routes, go routes. And he found the right guy and made a great catch. Not bad coverage, just perfect throw and spot.
Man, that was something else. Credit where credit's due. Ball's going to be at the 27-yard line here for Heard County with a fresh set of downs. Going to send 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 on the far side. There's the snap, goes back to Pearson, and he's able to muscle through. It takes 2 or 3 guys to drag him down at about the 16. Another hard run for him.
Here they go fast. You know, it's a great game plan by them to go fast in tempo because they know that we don't have a lot of we have a lot of starters that play both ways. We don't have a lot of players, period.
2 wide receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. Tisdale is going to run the ball out to the right side, and right as he was turning to go, the Tigers greeted him not so friendly like, and he took a heavy hit after a short gain. Try to catch those numbers.
I think Konchesky was in there.
Jaron Payne was also there.
Donaldson.
They were swarming for sure.
Yeah, Donaldson cut his legs out.
I think I saw Sam 20 in that area also. Great team effort there on defense from the stop. And
go ahead.
Heard County back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 8. Ball is at the 14-yard line. As Tisdale gets ready to take the snap with an empty backfield, he's going to try to run up the middle, shakes a couple of tackles, and gets down to about the 3-yard line before they get him to the turf.
That's what you call a load.
Yes, it is.
He's a load going in there. Oh, man, we got to step it up down here.
So 3:20 left to go here in the first half of play. Heard County up 14-13. And certainly you'd love to see the Darlington Tigers get a goal line stand here and not give up any more points here before they get to the locker room. Two wide receivers to the near side. Quarterback takes the snap, going to try to run it again, and this time he is going to be in the end zone after a 4-yard pickup and another touchdown for Heard County late in the first half.
When it works, run it again. They got him listed at 180. He runs like he's like 210.
I don't think that's correct. I'm kind of with you on that one. As a matter of fact, a lot of the weights that are on the roster that we have from Heard, I don't think they're updated as well.
Maybe when he was a freshman.
Maybe so. So we get ready for the extra point. That'll be handled by Matt Googe. Kick is going to be right through the inside of the far side upright, I believe, and that's going to move the score to 21-13.
Well, I guess we got to keep scoring with them. It's going to be back and forth.
Yeah, this has been a very eventful and active first half of football right now. Heard County has answered again, and they lead at 21-13 over your Darlington Tigers with 2:55 left to go. And, again, when you look at two teams with identical records coming into the game, 4-2, 2-0 in region play, you kind of felt like you were going to have a fight on our hands here. And, of course, you got a Heard County team that comes in to this particular game 6 in scoring after week 8 in the state of Georgia, scoring 38.5 points a game. So this is a really prolific team offensively, and they got a lot of athletes on this team.
Yes, they do. With Pearson running the ball, they got a good combination. Pearson running the ball and Tisdale running the quarterback. Like I said, they get in that little diamond formation and just direct snap it to him. Most teams would call that the wildcat. They put another running back in, but Tisdale, he runs like a wildcat back.
And then they'll kind of lull you to sleep with their running game and short passing game, and then take a deep chance every now and then. They got some sure-handed receivers, as we've seen. There's the snap. There's the kickoff. Bringing it out, it's going to be Jace Donaldson, and he runs up the sidelines. Flag came in as he crossed the 40. So we'll see what that's all about.
Most of the time on the kickoff return, if there's a flag, it's on the return team. You are correct. I think Coach Groves is explaining to a couple of players down there about please don't do that anymore.
Well, I tell you what, man, you got to tip your cap to Coach Groves and the job that he's done with this team. I don't know if I've ever seen a team that plays as hard as this team does and never quits, no matter what the situation. Him and his whole coaching staff, they got these kids coached up and playing extremely hard. Good group of kids and good group of coaches.
Super job of coaching.
So Darlington is going to be under center. There's the snap. They're going to hand it off. Miles Twyman's got some room on the outside, streaking down the sidelines across the 50. Here he goes, turning on the Jets. Here we go. Miles Twyman into the end zone. Strikes again, this time of the 77-yard variety. It's deja vu all over again. A big play for Miles Twyman, and the Darlington Tigers strike back. Can you believe it? It's a different gear.
He got out there, and two guys had the angle on him, and he just hit a different gear. And first thing I did was look back at this coach. First thing I looked back was to see if there's any yellow hankies.
But thankfully, the answer to that question was no, and now the Darlington Tigers can make it a one-point ball game with Ade DeSalu trying to punch through the extra point. Another big play there for the Tigers offense. Wow. Miles Twyman. Here comes the kick, and that was going to be no good.
Off to the right.
Wow. So a second missed extra point in this ball game, and the score is going to remain 21-19 with 2:34 left to go in this football game.
I think we're getting some pressure on our extra points, and I'm not sure the pressure is going to block the kick, but I think it's our kicker's trying to rush it, or something's going on, because he didn't like his regular steps there. It looked like he just tried to aim the ball through the goalpost. But you got to trust your teammates. Kick it through.
2:34 left to go here in the first half of the game. Heard County leads it by 2, 21-19 is the score. And Coach, Darlington's been scoring on big plays in this game. We've seen that a lot this season.
Yes, we have. That's all 3 touchdowns tonight have been big plays. Who says the spread triple option is boring? Still a lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, Heard County has some time to work with, as you pointed out. So the Tigers going to have to pin those ears back on defense. Hopefully keep this a 2-point ball game before they go to the locker room. We'll get the ball back and maybe have time to make something happen. You never know.
Looks like Herd's playing for an onside kick. We got everybody up there, except 2 deep guys.
So DeSalu ready to make his trot to the ball, and he is going to kick this thing away, and that one's going to go through the end zone and be another touchback.
We'll take that.
Indeed.
Come on, defense.
We're glad you're with us for Darlington football tonight on the radio or the live stream. We do want to take an opportunity while we got a couple of moments here to recognize everybody that's involved in the broadcast. And if we don't get it all in right now, we'll talk about it when we get to halftime here in just a couple of moments. Yeah, we'll do that at halftime. It looks like they're going to come back to the line of scrimmage. We'll get to that in just a little bit. Tisdale brings in the play call from the sidelines, goes to the huddle. And now Heard County rolls back to the line of scrimmage with 1st and 10 at the 20 with 2.5 minutes and some change to work with here in the remainder of the half. 2 wide receivers to the near side. There's the snap to Tisdale. Is going to hand it off. Pearson finds a little bit of a lane and picks up about 4 or 5 yards.
Heard County, if you go by the scoreboard, they have 2 timeouts left, so they have time.
So this is going to bring up 1st and 10. There's the snap. Going to hand it off. They go to Pearson. A little bit of a delayed run there. Got behind some blockers. Hesitated a little bit. Picked up about 4 yards. So they're just feeding the rock to Pearson here on this drive so far.
There goes Pearson out of the game on the sideline. That's a good sign for us.
Yeah. So this is going to bring up 2nd down and 5 with the ball at the 35-yard line. Got a different young man in the backfield here with Tisdale, the quarterback. Almost jumped on defense at the line of scrimmage. I believe that's Darius Coleman in the backfield. It is. Play action. Here comes the pass. Unloads. And that is going to be incomplete. Sailed over the wide receiver's head, and he was well defended regardless.
Yes. Is that Donaldson?
I think you're right. Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Yep. I tell you what, Tisdale got an arm there. He threw that ball 20. Threw that about 45 yards right on, or, nice and smooth. Didn't look like he had to. Didn't look like he had to put a whole lot into it.
This is 3rd down and 5 here for Heard County. 1:19 left to go. So they've chewed up 1 minute and 10 seconds on those first couple of plays. 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 on the near side. As you mentioned, Tisdale's got a cannon. He drops back. Flag came in right away. Threw a dart, connected with his receiver.
Fumble.
Ball came loose. Tigers came out with it.
That should be our ball, Matt. That's our ball. The way I saw it, without looking at the replay, we hit Sammy, or I think it was Sammy or Grigsby. Somebody drilled the receiver as he turned upfield, and the ball popped out. Our ball.
All right. Yep. So the Tigers are going to get the ball after the turnover.
All right, I'm going to check this out here.
Boom. Man, he
That's
absolutely
Donaldson.
lowered the boom on him.
And then Sammy went down on one knee and recovered. Man.
That was something else. So the Tigers are going to recover the ball after the fumble, after the play, and it looks like we're going to have a timeout, so we're going to take it with them. 1:12 left to go here in the first half. Hurt County 21, Darlington 19, and we will be back in third.
At Rome Orthopedic Center, we salute students, freshmen and seniors, athletes and artists, first stringers and choral singers, band majors and game changers. We hope you never need orthopedic care, but if you do, choose the only practice in the Rome area solely dedicated to the orthopedic needs of the students and families in our community. Rome Orthopedic Center. To make an appointment, call 706-292-0040.
Issues on the live stream. I know they have had some technical difficulties going into the broadcast tonight, so I'm not sure of any updates with that or not, but certainly we apologize to you if you're experiencing any technical difficulties on your end, but we are glad that you are with us tonight, whether you're listening on the radio or watching the live stream. I can assure you one thing, if there are issues, they are working very diligently right now to try to get that worked out for you, so we apologize for that.
Matt, looks like we have all 3 timeouts.
With 1:12 left to go in the half and a short field as the Tigers are going to start at their 47-yard line after the turnover from Herd County. So the Tigers will try to take advantage of it and try to get their first lead of the game. There's the snap. Quarterback is rolling to the near side, looking downfield, is going to run the football across, gets it to Bodie Powers on a pass, and he is connected about the 35-yard line and brought down.
Great job by Sammy keeping it alive and finding Bodie.
Finding the sure-handed big play Bodie Powers there, Coach.
Well, the reason that was open, they had to come up and take care of Sammy because he's fixing to run the ball. They came up and he's a nice little dump pass.
So quarterback under center, Sammy Konchesky sends a wide receiver to the far side. That's Nate Konchesky. Man motions off to the left. They're going to hand it off to Miles Twyman, and he is going to be pummeled by a couple of guys, led by number 12, Ben Shorey of Herd County's defense. He took a pretty heavy hit there.
Yeah,
no gain on the play, bringing up 2nd and 10.
Well, when you got 3 timeouts, you can run the ball a couple of times.
And we're going to keep it here throughout this timeout, Coach. Been a good game so far.
I tell you what, I mean, it's one of them. If I just happen to be in town and want to see a ball game, this is a great one to see, and hope everybody's feeling the excitement that are watching us because it's definitely an exciting game.
Indeed, and when you look at the schedule that Darlington's played this year against Mount Vernon, North Cobb Christian, went on the road to Ridgeland, Whitfield Academy, Haralson County, Pepperell, it's tough sledding every week. And this region, after reclassification, I remember looking at the schedule after realignment and everything, I thought, my goodness, this region has potential to be one of the toughest regions in the state in this classification for sure.
I agree. It is a tough region, and it looks like anybody on any given night can beat the other one. Maybe it'll pan out after a few games tonight, but it's tough.
2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 on the far side, 2nd and 10. Sammy's going to put the ball in the air on a quick pass, is able to connect with his man. That's Trenton Moore on the near side. Pick up a good chunk of yards there. That's going to bring up 3rd and what they hope will be manageable here in just a moment. Yes. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 2 after a pickup of 8.
With 2 timeouts, we can run the ball here. That's a nice play. They're just taking advantage of them playing off of us.
Going to have 3 wide, 2 to the near side and 1 on the far side. Sammy Konchesky under center. He rolls to his right, and the play is going to be blown dead. There was a flag on the play. So a procedural penalty that'll be against the Darlington Tigers. It was a false start.
Oh, I have to watch this on replay. I didn't see anything. This crew right here is watching close tonight. I don't know.
Noah Duggan out on the field for this package for the Darlington Tigers as they get ready for 3rd and 7 after the penalty yards are marked off with 41.1 seconds left to go here in the first half of the game, trailing by 2 points, 21-19. Tigers playing on their home field tonight against Herd County. Both teams undefeated in region play. That'll change tonight. Here's the snap. Quarterback goes out to his left and gets sacked in the backfield. Credit where it's due. Noah Davis came in and got to him in a hurry and brought him down. No doubt about it.
We call time. Well, I tell you, we got a leaking offensive line there.
So another timeout is called, but since we're this close to halftime, we're going to keep it right here. Do want to let you know we're going to have some college football coming up for you on the airwaves of WLAQ tomorrow. Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets hit the road to Chapel Hill to take on the North Carolina Tar Heels. Airtime 10 o'clock, and that's a noon kickoff for that one.
Yeah, that's Go Jackets. I went to see them play Duke last week, and their offense is pretty exciting to watch.
Oh, man, I'm super enjoying Brent Keyes, the head coach for the Jackets. And, of course, one of the interesting storylines about this game, if you want to call it that, defensive coordinator under Mack Brown at North Carolina's former Georgia Tech head coach just for a few seasons. Thankfully, Jeff Collins. I hate to say that, I don't pick on coaches, but, man, that was a dismal few years, wasn't it?
Yeah, it just wasn't working out with that. And, I'm glad Coach Collins found a job. It's good. He's got some good things. He just didn't get the fit at Tech.
Quarterback under center here, 4th down and 12, coming up with 36.8 on the clock. Quarterback is going to go and roll back, put the ball in the air, connects with Donaldson. Did he get enough for the first down? He did.
First down.
Yep, first down, Darlington Tigers.
I don't know if you saw it at the very end, but Donaldson was looking to pitch it to Bodie again.
Was he really?
Yeah,
wow.
I don't know if that was the call in the huddle or not. We got 2 timeouts.
So the Tigers are going to spike it and stop the clock after the first down.
I think we got 1 timeout. We just called 1. The scoreboard says 2, but I think we're down to 1.
Well, this is one of those situations, Coach, with the way that things have gone for the Tigers coming back in these games, to end up in these, short time situations. This is comfortable territory for the Tigers.
It is. For both teams, it's been a big 3rd down or 4th down, go for it type. 3rd or 4th down conversion to keep drives going.
So Konchesky under center, ready to take the snap. He's got the ball, dropping back, looking to throw. He's got company in the backfield, puts the ball in the air, and that's going to be incomplete. Got rid of it just in time. 19.8 seconds left on the clock. It brings up 3rd down.
Big down right here. We need to at least I'd like to see us get at least in field goal range, which I'm going to say, if we can get the ball to the 20-yard, what are we on the 25, get it down to the 15, I think that seems like we could make that.
Ball's at the 25-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Climbing in the backfield with Konchesky. He'll get ready to take the snap. He's got the ball, rolls up to his left. He's got company in the backfield, and he's going to take a sack. What a great play there by Max Lassiter, who got the quarterback, Konchesky.
He's done that twice.
He has. He's a good player.
That's just a heck of an athlete playing on the defensive line.
And I wouldn't think
he came off the end. He just came off the far end and pinned his ears back to get Konchesky.
He did.
I don't know if we got a blocker for that.
I don't know. I would assume, I'm not making a big assumption by saying he's probably the coach's son. Coach Lassiter.
Yep. He's playing like a coach's son. He's really... That's twice they got us from the backside, and I don't know who's not peeling back or it's a missed assignment on the line, but he's selling out. And if it was, we had a lot of time left, you come back with something to counter that, take advantage of his aggressiveness, but being 4th and, what you got there, Matt, 20?
10.
20, 4th and
20.
4th and 20, yeah. Yeah.
So we've got 12.3 seconds on the clock, as you pointed out, 4th and a mile here for the Darlington Tigers. Ball is at the 36-yard line. Fans make a little bit of noise here as we get ready to resume play. So the Tigers trying to come up big here on 4th down, and we've seen that happen before. I don't think it'd shock anybody here if they did it again. See what they do. Konchesky under center, ready to take the snap. He's got the ball, rolls out, looking to throw. He's got company in the backfield, shakes off the defender, and shakes off another one, spins around, somehow stays on his feet. A lot of running, takes a big sack.
with 1 second left to go here in half.
Wow. I thought Sammy just should have stayed on his feet 2 more seconds. So it's going to be 1 or 2 seconds on the clock.
Flag comes in there.
Oh, that's on us too, I think. If that's on us, that's going to move us down in the field, move them down in field goal range.
Sportsmanlike conduct on the Tigers, so a personal foul against the Tigers. Right now, Coach Groves getting an explanation from the white hat.
So we have the ball on the 35-yard line on their 35, and now we're going to be back probably on the 20, on our 20.
And the body language that you get from Coach Groves right now says, I'm not happy at this current moment.
No, that was a 50-yard, as a 50 yards in field right there.
So there's going to be 1 second on the clock. As Heard County comes out and takes over. And it looks like they're going to call a timeout. I tell you what, we're going to take this one also.
Did they?
1 second left to go in the half. Heard County 21, Darlington 19, back in 30.
Shop for your next car, truck, or SUV at Riverside Auto Group. Check out riversideautogroup.com today to browse their selection or visit with them in person at Riverside Chevrolet GMC in Rome, Riverside Toyota in Rome, and the all-new Riverside GMC Cadillac in Cartersville. Locally owned and operated by the Welburn family since 1974. That's Riverside Auto Group. Visit riversideautogroup.com.
What's that?
Yeah.
All right, Hurd has got basically one play here. Tisdale dropping back, looking to throw, puts the ball in the air, and it's going to be an incomplete pass, thankfully, and that's going to end the first half of the football game with your Darlington Tigers trailing at 21-19. There was a lot of things that happened in that first half.
That was getting like almost like the Pepperell game.
That was
the end of the game.
It really was.
It was getting right there, just like the Pepperell game towards the end.
Well,
where we just penalty move them, and yeah,
we got a lot to cover in the halftime show. We'll just put it that way.
Sure do.
We're going to go ahead and take a break. We're glad you're with us. Darlington Tigers hanging tough against a tough opponent here at home. It's 21-19. Hurd on top by 2. We're back in 3 minutes for the halftime show.
Here, I'm becoming who I want to be.
Here, I am looking toward my future.
Here, we learn from our failures so that we may soon succeed.
Here, we're passionate about learning and trying new things every day.
Here, we search for new perspectives and cultures so we can better understand the world.
Because at Darlington, we know we're in the most trusted hands.
As we discover new passions and learn more about ourselves through academics,
Athletics,
Fine arts,
and service to our community, We show our versatility as we choose different pathways to our goals.
This is our home.
We embrace challenges and persevere, even when something seems impossible.
We collaborate and create to take our place in the world.
We know that together we can make an impact.
This is our moment, our time.
Graduates today, Darlington forever.
You have the clean, reliable water you need. Whether it's water treatment, pump repair, or installation, our experts are here to serve both residential and commercial clients across North Georgia. With decades of experience, we guarantee top-notch service and quality you can trust. For all your water needs, choose Abernathy Pump Service. Because water is life, and we're here to keep it flowing. Call us today to schedule your service.
Is your score at halftime. And again, Coach, like we mentioned, we saw a lot of action there in the first half.
Saw a little bit of everything. Big plays from Darlington. And then Hurd turns around and gets the long bomb to get their third touchdown. So it's been a game of drive, and then a huge play.
Indeed. Well, we'll go ahead and kind of recap a little bit of the scoring there from the first half of the game. Darlington won the toss and elected to receive the opening kickoff of the game. They would fumble it about 3 plays in to the first drive of the game. Hurd County had a short field at the 21-yard line in Darlington territory. They scored an 11-yard run from Tisdale, their quarterback, with 9:30 left to go in the first quarter of the game. Got the extra point, went up 7-0 on the ensuing drive. The Darlington Tigers got the ball with about 9:24 left to go in the quarter at the 37-yard line on their side of the field. So got a good return there to start their second drive. And they would punch it in on a 33-yard pass play to Donaldson. That was his first of 2 touchdowns in the half. The extra point was missed. Darlington would trail by a score of 7-6 to Hurd County. The next drive was a 3-and-out for Hurd County, so the defense came up big there for the Darlington Tigers. On the ensuing drive, Darlington would have to punt after picking up 1 first down. Hurd County would get the ball, would fumble about 5 or 6 plays into the drive. The Tigers would get the ball. The result of the ensuing drive would be a punt, and then you would get another score here from Hurd County on a 24-yard run from Pearson. Saw some big plays from him in the first half. They would go up 14-6. That was with about 6 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the half. Then the second score of the game for the Darlington Tigers game was 6:40 left to go in the second quarter. Donaldson scored on a 44-yard pass play this time, so a little bit further out than his first one, and the score would be 14-13 after they would tack on the extra point. Then it was a big play for Tisdale, the quarterback. He would run it in for about 4 yards, and they would go up 21-13 with 2:55 left to go in the second quarter. And then the last score of the half was a 77-yard run from Miles Kleiman on the first play of a drive that started at the 23-yard line with 2:53 left to go in the half. And the Tigers would, miss another extra point after that touchdown. The score would be 21-19. Hurd County on the ensuing drive, about 3 or 4 plays into the drive, would fumble the ball, then Darlington would get the ball back, turn it over on downs. Hurd would have the ball with 1 second left to go, and then, would run 1 play. It was incomplete, and then that would be the end of the first half, and here we are at 21-19, and that's obviously the Reader's Digest version of everything that happened in the first half, but that should summarize the scoring. But what are the biggest things that stand out to you about each of the teams? Let's start with Hurd County, Coach.
Well, Hurd County definitely have a great running game with Pearson and Tisdale combo.
Coosa Steel is a family-owned full-line steel service center located in Rome, Georgia. Since 1972, we've been working to make our customers more efficient by providing steel product supply and processing all in one place. We are proud to provide a large range of products, including hot-rolled and cold-finished steel, stainless steel, galvanized steel, aluminum, and alloys. Our capabilities enable us to assemble and process steel orders within days, shortening your lead time. Coosa Steel. Steel for your project.
Water is the building block of life. At Abernathy Pump Service, we ensure you have the clean, reliable water you need. Whether it's water treatment, pump repair, or installation, our experts are here to serve both residential and commercial clients across North Georgia. With decades of experience, we guarantee top-notch service and quality you can trust. For all your water needs, choose Abernathy Pump Service. Because water is life, and we're here to keep it flowing. Call us today to schedule your service.
My name is Ryan Somerville. I am the sales manager for Business Water Solutions. We do water purification coolers as well as ice machines for any size business. We're on campus right now at Darlington School. Super happy to be here. They're one of our biggest customers. I myself played sports here. Our two founders played sports here. It was absolutely our pleasure to be a sponsor for Darlington Athletics. I think one thing that really sets us apart is our water purification. There's 13 stages. The reverse osmosis part of it has been a huge part of our success, along with our 24-hour guarantee for service calls. So when a customer does call us, we're then guaranteed within 24 hours. We were able to provide a touchless water system to make it more COVID-friendly in terms of germs and touching the water system. One thing I always say is we're not selling a product, we're selling our service. That's what we really push for every single day, is to have a customer service experience like they've never had before.
At Rome Orthopedic Center, we salute students, freshmen and seniors, athletes and artists, first stringers and choral singers, band majors and game changers. We hope you never need orthopedic care, but if you do, choose the only practice in the Rome area solely dedicated to the orthopedic needs of the students and families in our community. Rome Orthopedic Center. To make an appointment, call 706-292-0040.
Ridgeland 27-0, and Temple over Haralson County. Not surprised who's in the lead there, but I thought Haralson County might keep it a little bit close for a while. But Temple's up 26-0 at halftime. That must be a really, really good Temple team. A lot of athletes on that team.
Well, it surprised me last week that Heard County beat Temple.
Yeah,
and they beat them by a couple of touchdowns, I think. But that surprised me because at midseason, I had Temple as the best team in the region.
Got a good coach over there. Got a lot of good athletes. Coach Nix, who was over at Gordon Central there for a little while, real hard-nosed coach. Gordon Lee over Gordon Central, 21-7 is the score of that one in the second quarter at last report that we had. And I think that pretty much runs down the list of what we've got here locally for you at this point in time. Well, we've got another big half of football coming up, so we better catch our breath. Right now, Heard County on top at halftime, 21-19 over your Darlington Tigers. Do want to take a moment before we take our last break of the halftime period to recognize all the crew involved and understand that the audio issues have been worked out. They changed out some equipment just a few moments ago, and I think they've got that all worked out. But anyway, we'll go ahead and let you know who all's involved in the crew tonight. You've got press box cameras, Noah Travis and Thomas Patterson. Remote cameras, Clara Patterson. Graphics, Uta Patterson. She's sitting up here right next to us, giving us great company here tonight, very friendly. Then you've got replay with David Corbin. Director tonight is Nathan Patterson, who is also the guru of Northwest Georgia Media, doing a great job tonight as always. And again, having to work out technical issues, which is never a fun thing to do. And I'm Matt Davis with commentary courtesy of WLAQ alongside Gordon Powers tonight, who's pinch hitting for Ian Griffin and doing a fine job, man. Always a pleasure to talk football with you on a Friday night, Coach.
Oh, it's fun coming up here. It's a little different perspective. You have headsets on, so you can't hear all the stuff around you. And there's a lot of – now, this just comes from a coach that was on the sideline for 40 years and then is in the bleachers. There's a lot going on in the stands.
Oh, there is.
There is.
There is.
I mean, there's women talking about what outfit they're going to wear, kids running around, picking on each other, and a lot of people yelling at the referees and some at the
they wouldn't do that.
And
Coach.
some at the coaches.
And they would never do that.
No. So there's a lot going on out there, and a lot of social stuff. But that's part of Friday night football, is getting everybody together and coming to the ball game. And whether you're really watching every single play or not, it's just the atmosphere and and the camaraderie and the community, and it's nothing better than high school football.
I agree with that. Well, the halftime period is over. Teams are making their way back out of the field, so you will have the 3-minute mandatory warm-up period for both teams as they have come out of the locker room, are getting stretched out and warmed up and ready to play. So let's take one more break so we can catch our breath, preserve our voices for what is sure to be an electric second half of football again at Chris Hunter Stadium. 21-19, Darlington trails by 2 at halftime. We're back for the second half after a 2.5-minute break.
Here, I'm becoming who I want to be.
Here, I am looking toward my future.
Here, we learn from our failures so that we may soon succeed.
Here, we're passionate about learning and trying new things every day.
Here, we search for new perspectives and cultures so we can better understand the world.
Because at Darlington, we know we're in the most trusted hands.
As we discover new passions and learn more about ourselves through academics,
Athletics,
fine arts,
and service to our community, we show our versatility as we choose different pathways to our goals.
this is our home.
We embrace challenges and persevere, even when something seems impossible.
We collaborate and create to take our place in the world.
We know that together we can make an impact.
This is our moment, our time.
Graduates today, Darlington forever.
Shop for your next car, truck, or SUV at Riverside Auto Group. Check out riversideautogroup.com today to browse their selection or visit with them in person at Riverside Chevrolet GMC in Rome, Riverside Toyota in Rome, and the all-new Riverside GMC Cadillac in Cartersville. Locally owned and operated by the Welburn family since 1974. That's Riverside Auto Group. Visit riversideautogroup.com.
Water is the building block of life. At Abernathy Pump Service, we ensure you have the clean, reliable water you need. Whether it's water treatment, pump repair, or installation, our experts are here to serve both residential and commercial clients across North Georgia. With decades of experience, we guarantee top-notch service and quality you can trust. For all your water needs, choose Abernathy Pump Service. Because water is life, and we're here to keep it flowing. Call us today to schedule your service.
Gentlemen, in the blink of the eye, It is time to start the second half. That is going to be end over end, drops in, will be fielded and brought out by a speedster. That's Brody Buck Cofield, and he is able to stay up across to about the 22-yard line. So that was good coverage there by the Darlington Tigers. And Coach Powers, I saw Evan Parton in there. I know he had some help as well.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of Tigers there. Evan Parton got the brunt of most of the tackle, but we were all around it. It's good kick coverage.
Indeed. So Heard County's going to roll up to the line of scrimmage here and open up with possession of the football to start the second half, leading it 21-19. And they go to the huddle, come back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see how they line up. They're going to send a couple of wide receivers off to the far side, working right to left. Otherwise, everybody else is in tight. They got an up back on the far side. They're going to hand it off to Pearson, and he finds a seam. And I tell you what, if he finds a seam, he's going to make something happen. He gets across the 40, and he almost got to about the 45.
He made a nice cut at the line of scrimmage. I think we had it. The hole was fixing to close up, and he shifted and made a shifty cut to the left.
So that was a 20-yard pickup there for Pearson. So obviously they got the first down and then some, and ball's going to be at the 44 as they threaten to move it into Darlington territory quickly. So the Braves go back to the line of scrimmage here with 1st and 10 at the 44. Tisdale takes the snaps, going to fire it to the near side on a pass in the flat, trying to get him on the edge, and he gets across midfield. He connected with Buck Cofield on that one, and that's a good pickup there on first down.
We've seen that before, run Pearson and then come right back with no huddle and throw the screen pass. Pearson's out of the game, and Antonio Heath, number 4, is in for him. I don't know, has he run the ball yet?
I don't think so.
He's just there he goes.
There's the snap. They go back to Heath on this play. Good hard run from him. He gets the first down. He carries the pile an extra 3 yards.
That's a true running back / fullback. That's an old school runner there.
Low center of gravity, got those strong legs, and just keeps them churning. He's about 5'9", 205, and as we've mentioned, the weights that are on this roster seem a little light, but he's a strong kid. There's no question about that. 3 wide receivers to the near side on 1st and 10. There's the snap. Going to go right back to Heath, and another hard run for him. Stays up, gets about 7 yards, and probably about half of them were after contact.
They're just coming out, running it between the tackles. 3 plays in a row between the tackles.
So that brings up 2nd and 6 here for the Braves. They've got the ball at the 39-yard line on Darlington's side of the field. 10:19 left to go in the third quarter. As the quarterback lines him back up. Ethan Tisdale, sophomore, really good-looking quarterback here. Doesn't look like a sophomore. Man motions off from left to right. They're going to go to the motion man on the sweep. He finds some room on the edge. Nice stiff arm, and that gets him some extra space to run. He picks up about 10 yards on the play.
And they got a late hit on us, I believe, or out of bounds late hit. Flag came in late from the field judge.
Was that Brody Buck Cofield? I believe that was him again on that play.
11, yeah.
Yeah. Dude is fast.
I know some dark. Yep. We can't give them yards. We're giving them yards anyway, so we don't give them some free ones. I'm not sure yet. I know some people, if y'all looked at the replay, we had a bunch of fans out here hollering holding. And I saw some questionable arms out there around our guys a little bit.
Defense is going to run Will Scholl out onto the field here for the Tigers. Evan Parton runs off the field real quick. This is going to be 1st and 10. Ball is at the 14-yard line. Quarterback's going to line up in a gun. There's the snap. Quarterback's going to run this one all the way. Stays up and gets about maybe 4 or 5 yards, depending on the spot. Another hard run there by the quarterback, Tisdale.
They got some short, hefty linemen in there at guards and center.
There's the snap. Quarterback's going to run it again. Tisdale, this time a lot of traffic at the line of scrimmage. I don't think he got much there, maybe a yard or 2. We'll see. He's Gonna bring up third down and about 2.5 here for Heard County Braves. Heard County leads at 21-19 with 9:17 left to go in the third quarter, and threatening to score again. They've got it in the red zone with third down and 2 at the 6-yard line.
Need a big stop here. Good things can happen on fourth down if we stop them.
2 wide receivers to the near side here on this formation. There's the snap. Quarterback's going to run it again. Cuts off to the left, and he scoots into the end zone. A 6-yard run to pay dirt for them, and that's going to increase their lead by 6. Tisdale with another touchdown run.
Another great run by Tisdale. Started up the middle, and then he saw, is that Sam 20? Was right there, and he said, Sam, I'm going the other way.
So in this game, that is the third touchdown run, as a matter of fact, for the quarterback Tisdale. We'll get ready for the extra point, and that one is going to be blocked. The Tigers got on top of it in a hurry. Jace Donaldson was all over that one, Coach.
He had been close all night. I like that. Now that gets us back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
And one of those situations that we've talked about all night, you have something happen that you don't like, and you just turn around on the next play, make a play, and see if you can build some momentum from that. Get a spark.
Sometimes it builds momentum, even though we just gave up a score, it builds some momentum. And, you know, Tisdale's hard down, especially down near the goal line. He pretty much, they just make a wall, and he can pick and choose whether he wants to go in the A gap, the B gap, bounce it out to C and D, you know, and he's got that little burst and athleticism to do that. That's hard for a defense to contain him doing that, especially on the goal line when it's 3 or 4 yards off the goal line.
So now Heard County has a blocked extra point. You've had a couple of missed extra points for Darlington. We're going to have a funky score once this thing's over with. Right now it's 27-19.
Yep.
It's one of those kind of games. So we get ready for Heard County to tee this thing up and kick it back to the Darlington Tigers with 8:55 left to go in the third quarter of the game. Now Heard County up 27-19. So they've increased their lead to 8. And we get ready for Matt Googe to kick it away. Here comes the kick. Relatively short kick. It's going to drop in at about the 18. Will be fielded by Jace Donaldson. They've been favoring that side of the field. And he brings it out to the 32, so a good return.
It's a good return. We'll take that.
Indeed. So the Tigers will get the ball for the first time in the second half, but trail by 8 points with 8:49 left to go here in the third quarter of the football game. We'll continue as we go along throughout the night, try to relay some scores from other area games that you might be interested in. There's a couple of surprise scores out there. The biggest one so far we talked about was the big lead there for North Cobb Christian over Rockmart at halftime. Quarterback under center. Sammy Konchesky takes the snap on 1st and 10. He's going to run this football. He's out across the 40, and he's going to step out at about the 50-yard line. So he got this one about midfield. That's a pickup about 18 yards, Coach.
That's a great call. We had you can see it on the replay. We got a little unbalanced line over here, which means unbalanced means we brought an extra tight end over to the right side, which gave us one more blocker, and I don't know if Heard adjusted or it had some confusion in them. But whatever happened, it was a nice play and nice run.
So Konchesky rolls up under center. He's got everybody in tight here for 1st and 10 right across midfield at the 49. There's the snaps. Going to hand it off. Goes back to Miles Twyman. Finds a seam and breaks a couple of tackles inside the 35 to the 34. What a play.
Well, we found something.
Isn't that the truth?
That's the same formation. Found something. They were all watching Sammy.
They were. The Tigers are in business. Got 1st and 10 now at the Heard County 35, and this team just keeps on punching back. Never down on the mat for long. Got to send a wide receiver on each side. Sammy Konchesky under center takes the snap. He turns and takes a hit and takes a sack and loses about 3 or 4 yards. They got to him in a split second.
As Lassiter again. Lassiter has been knifing his way, Yep, knifing his way through the line of scrimmage.
Dude's a heat-seeking missile.
Yeah, he's not playing on the line of scrimmage reading anybody. He's stunting every time, and most of the time he's pinching and shooting that gap. We gotta have an answer for that. Maybe run the ball the other way, but he got us last time we did that too.
2nd 12 for the Tigers after the sack, loss of 2. There's going to fake the handoff. They get quarterback again, Sammy Konchesky. They're getting to him in a hurry. And the lead guy on that one was Lassiter again, Coach. 2 guys got to him that time. Man.
Probably a blown blocking assignment. Their defense definitely changed something up. We ran the same play for 2 plays, gained us about 25 total yards, and now we've gone the same play and gone backwards 6 yards.
So the Tigers have got a 3rd and long situation. Got to get 16 yards to move the chains. Just under 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, trailing 27-19. Konchesky's got it lined up in tight. There's the snap. Konchesky is trying to get the ball to Bodie Powers. It comes out. A fight for it, and Heard County's going to come up with the ball. They have some trouble there with the exchange, and the ball ends up on the turf, and Heard County recovers a fumble.
I believe we were again trying to run the triple option the end of the boundary, and I think Sammy maybe should have kept that ball.
I think you're right, Coach.
Should have kept it and just took the loss, and then we punt. But it's Sammy's going to make some good plays down the stretch, though.
So that's the 2nd lost fumble of the game for the Tigers, and now each team has 2 turnovers by my count. Always unofficial, I'll let people know.
Oh, me. Defense just came off the field. I hope we got to bow up again.
So the Heard County Braves are going to start at the Darlington 48 for this drive. Line them up in the gun. There's the snap. Tisdale going to roll out to his right, puts the ball in the air, and that was over the receiver's head. You saw Jace Donaldson leap up and try to get a hand on it. I thought he might be able to reach out and touch it for a second, but that was going to sail over everybody's head.
I was going to say earlier, Jace Donaldson's been everywhere. He's 2 long touchdown passes, kickoff returns. He caused that fumble right before half. If he'd made that play, that'd been was Odell Beckham moving a one-handed grab, that would have been a highlight.
Yeah, that's a good comparison for sure. 2nd and 10 coming up for Heard County as they roll back to the line of scrimmage with 6:36. Fans keep trying to get into it over here on the Darlington side. Had some good atmosphere at these games this year. There's the snap. Quarterback's going to run this football. Nice delay there at the end of the play. The hesitation got him some space and a good block, and he's able to move the chains.
That's a hard thing to defend. I mean, it takes good blockers. Here they go.
Going with that tempo that Coach has talked about tonight. 2 receivers on each side. There's the snap. Quick pass is going to be thrown over to one of his favorite targets, Buck Cofield, and he's going to be brought down inside the 30. So not enough for the first down, but pretty close.
Yep. Seems like every time they go tempo, they throw that screen pass. They go fast. Got to watch Pearson here, number 1 in the backfield. He's back in the game.
Going to have trips to the far side, a receiver to the near side. This is going to be 2nd down, and they're going to hand it off. As you mentioned, they went to Pearson. He's up through the middle, stays up. He's inside the 10 before he's brought down to the turf. So that should set up a 1st and goal here for the Braves.
It should. 64, their center, just came out of the ball game with DJ Cook with his helmet popped off, so they got 2nd-string centers in. Maybe that's a good omen for us or something here.
Yeah, ball's right at the 10. So it will bring up 1st and goal here for the Braves with 5:38 left to go in the 3rd quarter. They lead at 28-19. And they go back to the line of scrimmage, sending 2 receivers to the near side, working right to left. Tisdale will take the snap. He's going to run it. That was a design play, and he is going to scoot right into the end zone. A 10-yard play to pay dirt, and Heard County strikes again quick.
They just get man on man up front, and if we have anybody that beats one of their defenders, Tisdale's just cutting it one hole over where he's got some room. It's he's making us play the whole front. We got to get good better gap control.
And that was touchdown number 4 for Mr. Tisdale. Here's the point after attempt, and that was going to be through, and now the score is going to move to 34-19 in favor of Heard County. Got to be careful. This one will start getting away from you.
Yep, we should. We got the ball down here real quick in their territory, and then turned it over. You can't do that against good teams. We don't have an answer for Tisdale running the ball. It's he's just, like I say, he can improvise and run it, in the right side, left side, middle. He slid around the outside one time for a touchdown. He's just it's more like backyard football. Just get hat on hat and let him find the spot.
And we mentioned to you that the last bye week of the season was last week for the Darlington Tigers, in between this game and the Pepperell game that they won a couple of weeks ago. Next on the list, the Model Blue Devils. So the Tigers welcome another Floyd County foe next week, hosting the Blue Devils. This is going to be the first game of the series since 2015, Coach.
That's true.
I happen to be sitting next to the last coach that coached against the Tigers for the Model Blue Devils, Gordon Powers.
And that game in 2015 went to overtime. Darlington beat us in the first overtime. It was two really good teams, and I'll tell you something about Darlington after that game in just a minute.
Here comes the kick. It's going to be a short kick, and that's going to drop in at the 30 and fielded. Oh, ball comes loose. I think Heard may have landed on it. We'll see. Both teams were fighting for it, but Heard County has stolen a possession, Coach. Wow.
Little old pooch kick that backed up like my pitching wedge on the green. It just hit the ground and bounced straight back towards the kicking team.
So Heard County's going to have a short field after a couple of scores to open up the half on their first two possessions. They lead at 34-19, and we mentioned it to you, against a team like this, you blink your eyes and the game's starting to get away from you. We had a 2-point game at halftime, and right now Heard leads at 34-19, and they've got the ball at the Darlington 31-yard line with 5:16 left to go in the third quarter. That happened quick.
That was. We're right back on defense.
So the ball is at the 30, Darlington's 30. Tisdale ready to take the snap, and a flag comes in right before the play. That's a false start.
False start. I was going to tell you that Darlington beat us for the region championship in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
And what's crazy is Darlington played the number 4 team out of Region 6, I think, which was Pace Academy. They were number 4. Well, Pace Academy upset Darlington in the first round, but Pace Academy ended up going all the way and winning the state.
Yeah.
It might be the only 4 seed that won the state.
Yeah, that was a wild situation. That was a very, very good Pace football team for sure. And I think they may have had some injuries maybe at the beginning of the year,
so.
Got some guys back, those kind of things. But shotgun for them, but a great region that year for sure.
I think so.
And that's going to be a timeout, so we're going to take it with them. 5:16 left to go in the third quarter. Heard 34, Darlington 19. We're back in 30 seconds.
Water is the building block of life. At Abernathy Pump Service, we ensure you have the clean, reliable water you need. Whether it's water treatment, pump repair, or installation, our experts are here to serve both residential and commercial clients across North Georgia. With decades of experience, we guarantee top-notch service and quality you can trust. For all your water needs, choose Abernathy Pump Service. Because water is life, and we're here to keep it flowing. Call us today to schedule your service.
Got an update from the Model Pepperell game, and since that's Darlington's next opponent, the Model Blue Devils are. Tell us what you got on that one.
Well, it's in the fourth quarter, and it's still 0-0.
Man, I never would have guessed that.
0-0. It's going to start in the fourth quarter. I wouldn't have either. That's the news I got was Model's punter pinned Pepperell down deep in the territory 2 or 3 times in the first half. But I don't know what happened in the second half to keep Pepperell off the board and Model off the board.
Well, here come the Heard County Braves with the ball. This is 1st and 15 after the procedural penalty to start this drive. Ball's at the 36-yard line of Darlington's side of the field after the turnover on the pooch. There's the snap. Going to throw a swing pass out to the right side. Connects with the receiver who stays up and gets about 7 yards. That was Trip Kerbo. Hadn't seen a lot of throws to him in this game.
No, that's the first time we've thrown it out there to the motion man. That's a new little wrinkle off the receiver screen. We got to show a little bit quicker.
Official had to tie his shoe there. So that's why we got a little bit of a stoppage, but he's got that worked out. And here come the Braves back to the line of scrimmage with 2nd and 5. Now with the ball at the 25-yard line, going to send 2 receivers to the near side. Got an up back on that far side. He is going to motion to the left. Quarterback rolls left, throws right, connects with a receiver. He's streaking down the sideline, stays up, gets upended, but he's inside the 10, and I'm trying to catch his number. That was somebody that I don't think we've seen with the ball a whole lot in this football game, but I got screened and I couldn't catch who they threw the ball to.
22.
So 22, yeah. That was none other than Max Lassiter, who's played great on defense and making some plays offensively, too.
Grigsby made a shoestring tackle or would have been a touchdown. They're emptying the playbook now. They're sprinted left and threw a screen back to the right.
Let's see what they dial up here on 1st and goal from the 8. Braves lead at 34-19, trying to tack on some more points. Tisdale will take the snap. He turns, gives it to Pearson. Pearson is going to be stuffed at around the line of scrimmage, so the defense stood tall on that play.
Great play. It's like Sam 20 was the first one to hit. Ledbetter.
So they got a couple of yards. That's going to bring up 2nd and goal from, I believe, the 7 with 3:39 left to go in the third quarter.
That's Will Skoll was in the tackle, too. We need a big gang tackle like that again.
Shotgun formation, Pearson in the backfield. There's the snap. Quarterback's going to follow his lead and try to scoot into the end zone. He got real close. He's at the doorstep, but I think they stopped him short a yard or 2.
See where they put this downs marker.
Yeah, 3rd and goal from the 2. Personnel change for Darlington. Trotting out on the field is going to be Bryson Jones.
Need a big stop here.
Jones, a real powerful guy. All right, Tisdale runs him back up. Got Pearson in the backfield with him. This is 3rd and goal from the 2. Quarterback's going to try to follow a block into the corner of the end zone, and he dives over the plane and into the end zone. 2-yard. 5th touchdown of the game for Tisdale, Coach. 5th.
He'll be like, if they got a honeymoon bakery in Heard County.
He can't have the cupcakes here, though.
No, we ain't giving him cupcakes here. No. No way. That's some good blocking on the edge there, too. We just we're getting outmanned a little bit here in the second half, and we gotta answer with some offense of our own and not turnovers.
Matt Gooch try to punch on the extra point and make this a 22-point game, and he is able to do so. Took a hit right there towards the end of the play, it looked like.
I don't know what your if you got the stats on this, but I know they've scored 2 touchdowns off of our turnover, a drive after a turnover. I know the short field in the first quarter, and then this one was because of the muff kick return.
I think they have scored after 3 turnovers. I'll have to go back and double check on that. I may not be correct, but I will go back and look. Yep, nope. I'm not sure. I'll go back. Yep, you're right. They scored after every turnover so far in this game.
Well, if Ian was here, I wouldn't have to ask you that because Ian would know, right?
I think so, yeah, for sure. I have to go back and look at my notes. I don't have quite the memory that he has. Boy, he's got a steel trap.
Yeah, he does.
Of a mind. 2:48 left to go here in the third quarter of the game. Heard has struck again, and they lead at 41-19, so a 22-point lead with 2:48 left to go in this game. And it's one of those situations where Coach Darlington absolutely has to come up with some points on this drive, or this thing is really going to get away from it.
Well, we've been down before, but, and down before, and I'm sure some people are thinking about, maybe going on home. But I tell you what, I'd hang in there with these Tigers because you never know what's going to happen.
Well, I tell you what, they're not going to give up.
No.
So we won't give up on them. No question about that. You're right. All right. So Googe is going to kick it away here for the Heard County Braves. With 2:48 left to go in the third, there is the kick. This one's going up towards the middle of the field. It's going to be fielded again. This time it's going to be Miles Twyman, though, and he stays up, shakes off a couple of tackles, cuts up towards the near side of the field. He's got some green grass, stutter steps, scooting down the sidelines. Big play. Miles Twyman is in the end zone. Oh, my goodness.
There's a flag.
A flag is on the field, so this one may be coming back, as you mentioned, but boy, what a return.
They missed a big call right there. Maybe they'll shake it off. They're going to call us for a block in the back, but Sammy, I think, went to hit this guy, and as Sammy was making contact, the guy turned around. We can see it on replay. The guy turned his back to him.
And the officials are talking it over right now.
Absolutely.
So we'll get the call from the White Hat. They are going to call a block in the back, as you mentioned. And this is going to bring back the touchdown. Wow.
I mean, I don't know if a player's taught to do that, but a guy was getting blocked, and then he turned around. Here we go. We're going to see it right here. You might just see the block at the back end of it. See right there? That's not even in the back. I know the referees, they used to look at a block in the side. They look at where your helmet is. It's in the front or on the side. But that's terrible there because he just turned his back. They missed the first contact. They saw the end of the play.
So instead of a touchdown, that's going to bring it to the 50-yard line. So still at least good field position here for the Tigers as they try to move on. And it looked like the defense about to jump. Konchesky under center, getting ready to take the snap at midfield. He turns, is going to pitch it, gets it to Donaldson, who is off to the far side, streaking down the sidelines across the 30, the 25, inside the 20. First down, Tigers. They are in the red zone. What a play by Jace Donaldson.
Oh, great play. Great play by Jace Donaldson. Great by Sammy. Great read. Pitched the ball.
Tigers desperately need some points here, down 41-19, 2:08 left in the third quarter.
Yep. Let's stay after them.
Touchdown will go a long way here. Konchesky under center, ready to take the snap. Looks off to the sidelines. Going to have a wide receiver split to the near side, one on the far side. One on the near side's more. On the far side is Konchesky, Nate Konchesky. Sammy takes the snap. He turns. He's going to pitch it. Gets into the hands of Bodie Power. Stays up. Stutter steps. And he cuts inside. He's going to be down at about the 2-yard line. Big play. Bodie strikes again.
Strikes again. He shows up.
First and goal, Tigers. Wow, that was something, Coach.
Yep. He shows up. He's just like, he's wonder where he is, and all of a sudden he shows up. Great read by Sammy.
Dude is just a sophomore.
Great. Now he almost got in, too.
He sure did.
Let's run a sneak right here.
Sammy under center here. This is first and goal from the 2. He is going to hand it off and try to go up the middle. Did he get in? I think he's going to be a little bit short.
They're marking it at the 6-inch line, maybe?
I think you're probably right. They went to Miles Twyman on that play, and they slammed the door just right in front of the goal line.
Oh, me. Let's get this thing in right here.
So they'll try to punch it in here on second down and goal from the 1, just inside the 1. There's a snap, gives it right back to Miles Twyman, tries to get the push into the end zone. Haven't seen the signal from the official yet. Was he able to break the plane and get in? No, I think he was stopped.
Sammy gave it to him and then tried to push him in.
Man. So that's going to be, the nose of the ball has got to be just shy
it's got to be. Come on. All we got to do is get foot to foot, come off the ball. Let's go.
Let's see if the Tigers can get the push they need to get this one in. This is third and goal. Nose of the ball just shy of the goal line. Sammy Konchesky under center, getting ready to take the snap. Let's see if he can sneak it in. There's the snap. Quarterback's going to run it in, and the ball comes out.
It's touchdown.
After the end of the play, and that's a touchdown. So a 1-yard run for a touchdown for Sammy Konchesky, and they get the points.
Woo!
It was an adventure, but they got it done.
Yep. That was an adventure. Let's watch replay. Yeah, he's in the end zone. Correct call. Oh, man. Well, hey, we're not dead. We got a whole quarter to go. We got to get defense to stop, but, man.
So it looks like the Tigers are going to go for two. Have missed a couple extra points in this game. That's a direct snap to Bodie Powers, and they're going to throw to the end zone. Miles Twyman was able to throw it to Sammy Konchesky. What a play.
Wow.
That was wild,
Wow.
and they convert the two-point conversion.
Reverse throwback to the quarterback. Let me see here.
So Bodie to Miles to Sammy. And the two-point conversion.
Wow.
That was wild.
Well,
43 to, well, they put a funky score up on the board there.
yeah, we wish.
Get it right here in a couple of moments.
Should be 27.
43 to 27 is your score with 19.9 seconds left in the third quarter. I'm telling you, man, we've seen a little bit of everything this season with the Darlington Tigers. I can't believe it.
I'm telling you. Wonder if that's Miles' first touchdown or is a conversion pass. That was pretty cool.
That was. They went to the bag of tricks there, and again, it was Bodie Powers to Miles Twyman. Miles Twyman threw the two-point conversion pass to Sammy Konchesky, the quarterback. Oh, man.
Wow.
Ade DeSalu ready to
We look like we're in there tight, like we got something going on here.
Here comes Ade DeSalu to the ball, and they're going to kick it out to about the 15-yard line, or 20-yard line, rather. It's going to be brought out by number 11. That's Buck Cofield, and he's going to be brought down at about the 20-yard line.
Cofield broke about 5 tackles and got nowhere. Was that I saw those stats on the NFL the other day. They keep stats how many times the first guy doesn't tackle you. Mm-hmm. Well, that was 5 of them there, but he didn't go anywhere. He didn't get anywhere.
11.5 ticks left on the clock here in the third quarter. Another wild one brewing here at Chris Hunter Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this team will take years off your life.
You ain't kidding. It's like this every week.
It is.
Every week. We got a little bigger mountain to get here, but we're down 14, 2 touchdowns.
So Tisdale lines them up in the gun. 2 wide receivers to the near side, trying to get defense to jump there. Almost got them. Ready for 1st and 10 here. Tisdale ready to take the snap. He's got the ball in his hands. He's going to run the football, finds a little bit of a seam, stays up, breaks a few tackles, spins around, and gets about 12. That dude's something else. Already got 5 touchdowns in the game. I don't have no idea how many yards he's had in this game.
I don't know. I have no idea how many, he's got 5 touchdowns. That's I don't know how deep Heard County's record book is, but that's got to be close to, especially 5 rushing touchdowns.
That's the end of the third quarter. Heard County up 41-27 over your Darlington Tigers. We're back in 1 minute for the final quarter.
Coosa Steel is a family-owned full-line steel service center located in Rome, Georgia. Since 1972, we've been working to make our customers more efficient by providing steel product supply and processing all in one place. We are proud to provide a large range of products, including hot-rolled and cold-finished steel, stainless steel, galvanized steel, aluminum, and alloys. Our capabilities enable us to assemble and process steel orders within days, shortening your lead time. Coosa Steel. Steel for your project.
Right now, your Darlington Tigers trailing 41-27 to Heard County, the Braves. The Braves came into the game averaging 38.5 points a game, and they've got a lot of playmakers on this team, no doubt, but the Tigers for much of the game going toe-to-toe with them, and this thing's got a whole nother quarter, so this is not over yet. And we got the comeback kings on the field, the Darlington Tigers, so you never know what can happen in one of these football games. But Heard County getting ready to go back to the line of scrimmage. And, Coach, I would imagine they're going to be pretty deliberate here with this possession, try to eat some of this clock, I would think.
Yeah, I would think. That's what I would do. Pound the ball.
So Tisdale lines him up in the gun. There's the snap to him. He's going to run the football, and certainly that's a big part of their strategy. He's going to break free, and one man to beat. He's tripped up there by number 7 for the Tigers, Stuart Grigsby. Saved the TD there.
That's just student body right there. That's no more than like the old Green Bay Packers sweep, except it's to the quarterback. They pull the guard. They had 2 blockers over there already and pulled the guard to lead. And his vision is really good on finding the crease. Oh, me.
So now Heard County's got the ball at the 38-yard line in Tiger territory with 1st and 10. Certainly the crowd on this side of Chris Hunter Stadium is pretty quiet right now at this moment.
Yeah,
that was a big play.
Need a play to get them back in the game. Well, you know, Matt, they're not in the end zone yet, so we'll see.
Official comes in and blows the whistle right before the play starts. We got a timeout for Heard County. So let's take this one with them. 11:22 left to go in the game. Heard up 41-27. They have the ball 1st and 10 at the Darlington 38 when we come back in 30 seconds.
At Rome Orthopedic Center, we salute students, freshmen and seniors, athletes and artists, first stringers and choral singers, band majors and game changers. We hope you never need orthopedic care, but if you do, choose the only practice in the Rome area solely dedicated to the orthopedic needs of the students and families in our community. Rome Orthopedic Center. To make an appointment, call 706-292-0040.
Darlington looking for a little magic late here in the game. Right now, Heard County has the Tigers' backs against the wall with 11:22 left to go in the game. Heard with the ball. They got 1st and 10 at the Tiger 38-yard line. So the defense really needing to come up big here, Coach.
Yes, they do. And need a big stop. You know, I think part of it, we're giving them too many yards on 1st down. We need to get them in a better situation.
Trips to the far side here on 1st and 10 from the Tiger 38. Heard County working left to right. Tisdale, who's had a night tonight for this team, no question about it. 5 touchdowns for him. He's going to run the football, stays up, shakes the tackle. He's going to be brought down by Sammy Konchesky inside the 20 at the 15-yard line, but they're knocking on the door again.
They just running that ball. Like I said, they're blocking everybody, and he's just choosing.
And it's the quarterback that's run it every time on this drive so far.
And give credit to their O-line. They're getting some movement, and they're keeping hat on hat where nobody can get off the block and make the tackle. You know, it's hard to predict where he's running the ball because he takes it either way, any hole.
2 wide receivers stacked up here on the near side. Tisdale ready to take the snap. He turns, gives it to Pearson this time, and they're going to try to drag him down. Pretty sure that I saw Sam Twente get in there and grab a hold of him and bring him down after a pickup about 2.
That's the play we need on 1st down right there. Yep, that's Sam Twente, 57. He came from the backside.
Got to have some guys step up, make some plays here in the red zone. Ball's at the 14-yard line. This is going to bring up 2nd and 8 here for this Heard County Braves team who already lead it 41-27, trying to tack on some more insurance here late in the ball game. Here's the snap to Tisdale. He's rolling out, looking to pass, connects with a man that came out of the backfield. They grab a hold of him, but he dives towards the end zone and sneaks into the corner at the pylon. A flag comes in after the play, but that was number 44, Peyton Boger, that got into the end zone for the touchdown.
Like I said, it's, you know, when something's working really well, when you're running the ball between the tackles really well, then that opens up a lot of passing lanes. Just like our touchdowns, we've been running the ball good against them, and it opened up two long touchdown passes for us. Because you got to commit to the run. Even though Coach Groves probably tell them when they come to the sideline, hey, whoever had the outside zone over there, where were you? You know, but he's probably, the kid's probably thinking, no, I was trying to go to Tisdale.
Googe on for the extra point and he will kick it right through the middle of the uprights, and that's going to make it a 48-27 game in favor of Heard County. So, Coach, now they lead it by 21. Your backs are really up against the wall with 10 minutes to go.
Yep. But I tell you what, Jace Donaldson, he got a great. He's come after all those extra points and lays out. I love that kid's effort. He's been given good effort. The whole team's been good effort. We just can't corral. The whole problem's quarterback, Tisdale.
Oh, my goodness.
It's because when Tisdale can do that, when he can run with the ball, that just makes guys more open.
And he didn't score a touchdown on that drive, but he certainly set it up with a few runs that got them in scoring position.
He threw a touchdown
pass.
He
threw a touchdown pass, and he's ran in 5 touchdown runs here in this football game. So it's definitely been the Ethan Tisdale show here tonight in terms of their offense, although they do have a lot of great playmakers. I mean, you've seen big nights from Darian Pearson. You've seen some great catches from Brody Buck Cofield here in this game. They've got a lot of guys that they distribute the ball to.
They have some talent.
You got to account for a tremendous amount.
And I know Darlington fans don't want to hear this, but the quarterback, Ethan Tisdale, he's listed as a sophomore on the roster. Yeah. Pearson, the running back, good running back, he'll be gone. But they seem to have a fairly, besides Tisdale, a pretty heavy senior team.
So we get ready for Heard County to kick the ball back to the Darlington Tigers. They got to strike fast if they're going to have a shot in this game down by 3 scores, 48-27, 10:04 left to go. We're going to have a brief wrap-up show at the end of this one, give you the Honeymoon Bakery icing on the cake player of the game for the 7th game of the year. And then we're going to turn it over to the Rome Orthopedic Center High School Football Scoreboard Show, because the way this one's going, we're going to cut into their time a little bit tonight. Here comes the kick. That's going to be a long kick off the boot of Matt Googe. Drops in at about the 22. Brought out by Sammy Konchesky. Cuts inside. Now back out to the outside. And he is going to go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Bit of push in there from Henry Ledbetter. Flag comes in. That'll be a personal foul against the Tigers.
Wow. I'm going to agree something right here. I think that should have been a unnecessary roughness penalty on Heard.
On Heard, yeah.
Yeah, but you can't react to that like our player did.
That's on the Tigers.
Well, we get this offense going. I guess they're going to mark it off, or what? Are they going to talk about it, or what? Or is it give us offsetting? Come on.
Now they get ready to mark off the penalty yards.
Matt, I'll give you something quick about their Herd's offensive line.
Sure.
Starting from the left tackle, moving over. 220. 195, 255, 265, 285.
Wow.
And another 265, yeah. So
they're feeding them down in Heard County.
They're feeding them in Heard County.
So Sammy rolls up under center. The Tigers are going to have to start at their own 21-yard line. 1st and 10. There's the snap. Sammy is going to fake the handoff. Going to keep it. Thought he was looking for the pitch for a second. It's going to run. Gets a good block. Gets a first down. That was a good play there for the Tigers.
We must have a holding, maybe. Downfield receiver holding.
Henry Ledbetter back out on the field. Nate Konchesky comes off here for this next package. A hold, as you referenced, Coach. Good eye on that one.
We got to do it right, guys. Come on. Whatever we do, finish the game right. That wasn't blatant. Now somebody trying to just make a good block. I still didn't see a hold on there, but the replay was kind of tight.
This is going to drop the Tigers back to the 25-yard line as they get ready to run this next play. Sammy Konchesky under center is going to have a wide receiver off to the far side of the formation on the short side of the field. Quarterback's going to run it, and he is going to be stuffed by the defense. They are getting to Sammy quick.
Yeah, they're jumping. They're trying to jump the snap count, and they're also jumping the gaps and getting penetration. If you get penetration and you're trying to run the dive option down the line, it's tough.
Henry Ledbetter off for this play. Nate Konchesky back out on the field. He's going to split wide to the near side, going to have Moore wide on the right side. This is going to be second down and a ways to go here for the Tigers. Is the ball loose? Yep, it is, and it looks like Darlington was able to cover right there at the last moment.
Oh, my gosh.
That was
we are just getting killed on Heard County's taking over the offense and defensive line.
So now the Tigers really got their backs up against the wall on third down and a mile to go after the loss.
And you know what happens when you're up 21 and you're on defense, you can take a lot of chances. You know, they just go after you, and you know, if you make a mistake, they make a mistake, but they can lay their ears back and come on.
Two wide receivers to the near side here on 3rd and 15. There's the snap. Sammy's rolling out, looking to pass here to the near side. He's got company in the backfield. Straddles the goal line, puts the ball in the air, kind of a wobbly pass to Jace Donaldson. He catches it and is off to the races inside the 20, 10, 5. Gone, Jace Donaldson. Wow. What in the world just happened? I can't believe what we just saw, Coach.
What you just saw was Sammy Konchesky ad-libbing.
Where did he launch that thing from?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. What a play.
Why is Twyman back here? Is there a penalty? Is he just tired? Ineligible receiver downfield. Oh, man. I don't see where the flag is. Matt, I do not see a flag on the field. And they're going to come down and have a discussion and call it.
And this one's coming back. Man, what a spectacular play that was.
Oh, man.
But it's going to be brought back because of the penalty.
Man. Can the people in the trailer give us another replay?
We have the luxury of replay
here we go.
In our booth, but they do not on the field.
Yeah, I don't know why there wasn't a flag. Okay, here we go. Okay.
So we're under the 8-minute mark, 7:58 left to go.
Whoever that kid is, I don't know if it's one of our backs or a lineman. If it was a lineman, he's definitely downfield. Oh, me. Do it again, Sammy.
Yeah. All right, so here's the situation. It's going to be third down a mile here for the Tigers. And we got 7:58 left to go here in the football game, down 48-27. Going to be under center. Two wide receivers to the near side, same as on the play before. Quarterback is going to hand it off, and Miles Twyman is going to be stopped at around the 4-yard line, so they couldn't get the play going. It's going to bring up fourth down. Tigers are going to have to punt.
Penetration again. Trying to run the draw play, and Sammy got knocked off into the running back. Oh, me.
And the clock is ticking, folks. Punt team runs out onto the field. Trent Moore will handle the punting duties as usual and punt this thing away back to Heard County. And, Coach, pretty much no matter how you slice it, Heard County's going to have good field position here.
They sure are.
The Tigers are basically going to have to kick this out of the back of the end zone the way they have to line up for it. Here comes the snap. The kick is on the way. Puts a pretty nice boot on it. Takes a really nice Darlington bounce and rolls about midfield. So I think that's about as good as you can hope for on the punt there.
Oh, that's tremendous. That was, what, a 45-yarder? Close to 50? Yeah, that's and Hurd didn't put anybody back. And if somebody says, well, why didn't he put somebody back? It's not because I don't think they thought we were going to fake it on 4th and 30. I think they just didn't want to take the chance of a guy dropping the punt. fumbling at this point.
Up 48-27, got the ball at midfield. Even though it was a good punt and ended up in a better circumstance than you necessarily thought it would because of a great kick and a really nice bounce. Still, if you're Heard County up 48-27 with 7 minutes to go and you got the ball at midfield, you got to feel like you're in pretty good shape here to try to grind this thing out, especially the way they've been able to run the ball with Tisdale, the quarterback. So Tisdale getting ready to take the snap. Everybody's going to be in tight here for this possession. They're going to hand it off, go back to Pearson, finds a seam up the middle, is able to stretch the play out to about a 6-yard gain. He's still pulling the pile with him.
Still going.
So he probably got 8 when everything is said and done there.
We need to pull up a little pride right here. Pull our pants up and get tough.
So the Braves will go back to the line of scrimmage now with second and real short. And they're going to take their time with every play now, you would think. 20 seconds left on the play clock. They're going to send 2 wide receivers off to the far side. Got an up back on the far side of the formation on the left side. Tisdale slowing them down there at the line of scrimmage. 7 seconds on the play clock. Going to eat a couple more. Here's the snap to Tisdale. He's going to run this football. Gets the first down, stays up, and slides. About the 36. Keeping that clock going.
There's a good example of let's run the quarterback between the tackles and nothing's there, so he bounces it outside.
So they stop the clock so they can reset the chains. And then immediately start it again. So 5:55 left, and they go back to the huddle. And again, Coach, 25 seconds on the play clock. They're going to use all of it at this point.
Yeah.
Going to send a couple of wide receivers to the far side, one to the near. Empty backfield here for Tisdale. 11 seconds on the play clock. Delays a few more seconds. And now he's got the ball. He's going to run it off to the left side and is able to streak down the sidelines for about 8 yards. And the clock keeps ticking.
It does. We've got to get them out on downs here or turnover.
Second down and 3 coming up here for this Heard County Braves team. Ball's at the 31 or at the 30-yard line. Knows the ball's right at the 30. And they've got 18 seconds left on the play clock. Still in the huddle. Haven't come back to the line of scrimmage yet. Now they roll up to the line of scrimmage very deliberately. 2 wide receivers to the far side, one on the near. The near side receivers Lassiter, but they're going to run the ball. Get it off to Pearson. And he's able to leap right at the end of the play and get a first down.
Yep. Going to run the clock some more. We've got 3 timeouts left. We got to keep them out of the end zone here. Come on, boys. Keep playing hard. This is where you kind of get a little test of the team right here. How hard they're going to play when their back's against the wall.
So the Tigers trying to pin their ears back on defense and get a stop, but it looks like this one's going to be out of reach no matter what. 48-27 is your score.
Yeah. We can do 2. Hey, we can do 2 scores with 2.5 minutes.
That's
I don't know if we can do 3.
I'm not sure. If anybody could do it, though, it's this Tigers team. 2 receivers on the far side. This is 1st and 10 with under 4 minutes to go now. They're going to hand it off, go back to Pearson, and he drags the pile about 7 yards. Just methodically moving the ball and eating the clock here on the run plays between Tisdale, the quarterback, and Pearson, their star running back. He'll come off for this play, though, and now they're bringing number 4. That's Antonio Heath, and he's a guy that you can count on.
Yeah,
for
it's a bowling ball.
Yards,
yeah, he's going to be bowling ball right down the middle of the lane.
Tigers started the season 0-2, had won 4 games in a row.
Yes.
Really turned the season around, and after they lost that second game, you thought, man, this thing can go a couple of different ways here. And, boy, they really buckled their chin straps and played some really good football. Been proud of watching this team and coaching staff. There's the snap. Going to hand it off to the bowling ball, as you described it, Heath, and he carries the pile and gets another first down. And one of the things certainly worth pointing out at this point of the game, we talked about it in the pregame, 75 kids on this Herd roster that they gave us for the game.
Yes.
I mean, they're going to wear on you as the game goes on. If you got a roster that's only got 33 kids like the Darlington Tigers do, and I know they got a couple out with injuries. So.
Yep, and one in particular, Pearson, the running back, he starts on defense also. But I notice he's not out on defense 50% of the time. He's over there resting. He actually, when he runs the ball a couple of times in a row, he comes out, and then Antonio Heath comes in. You know, they rotate. Darlington doesn't have that luxury of rotating, so our kids have been on the field against a very good football team all night.
There's the snap to Tisdale. He's going to fake the handoff, going to run the ball. Defense is able to close and bring him down. Good stop. And as you talked about, Coach, just watching these guys continue to play through this difficult situation, make a nice play there.
They did make a nice play. That was they could have easily sold out for the running back.
Trying to see who got there first. They had a few guys grab him. He shook the contact, but then you had 2 guys get him down.
Yep.
So you had Bryson Jones, and there was another player in there too. But
yeah, it's hard to see down on that pile there.
Under 2 minutes to go, 1:45 left to go in the game. Darlington trailing 48-27 at home to a very good Herd County team. 2 wide receivers to the near side. Darian Pearson in the backfield here with Tisdale, the quarterback. There's the snap to Tisdale. He's going to follow the block and stays up and is able to muscle through for about 3 or 4 yards.
All right, we're bowing up down there. What I like to see is no quit. No quit. Herd may get in the end zone here, but I haven't seen any quit in the purple. That'll go a long way down the stretch.
So the ball knows the ball's right at the 10-yard line. That brings up 2nd and 5. Or is it 3rd down?
Yes, sir. 3rd down. And, you know, Matt, when you're playing against a really good football team and you got basically the same 9 guys, you know, on offense and defense as we do, it just takes a lot out of you.
Indeed. Well, we got a timeout on the field, it looks like. Who took that one? It's going to be Herd County. Let's take it with them. 46.6 seconds left on the clock. Herd 48, Darlington 27. We're back in 30 seconds.
Shop for your next car, truck, or SUV at Riverside Auto Group. Check out riversideautogroup.com today to browse their selection or visit with them in person at Riverside Chevrolet GMC in Rome, Riverside Toyota in Rome, and the all-new Riverside GMC Cadillac in Cartersville. Locally owned and operated by the Welburn family since 1974. That's Riverside Auto Group. Visit riversideautogroup.com.
Welcome back to Chris Hunter Stadium. 48-27, Herd County on top with 46.6 seconds. It's all just a matter of what the final score is going to be here, Coach.
I would assume that since Coach Groves didn't use any of our timeouts, down by 21, I would assume that
take a knee time.
Take a knee time, which is very, very gentlemanlike by Coach Lassiter.
And he's a really nice fella. Not surprised by that one bit. And taking the knee is Tisdale.
And, of course, he doesn't, you know, in that situation, you don't want to get anybody hurt. If the referee is smart, they'll let that run out.
Well, folks, we wish we had a happier ending to the game, but what we can say is your Tigers never gave up. They fought to the end of the game and kept the game much of the way against a really, really good team, I would say. And certainly now you can say it for a fact, the front runner in Region 6A Division 1. Herd County, the only undefeated team in region play in the region at this point, as Darlington just takes their first region loss.
I had suspected coming into this game that Herd was probably the best team in the region, especially after beating a good Temple team last week. But, you know, my hat's off to the Tigers. You know, we got to clean up some turnovers on offense, and then, you know, defense, we got to work out. You know, we got to work out. So it's like boot camp. Our defense was on the field a whole lot, and it's the same kids that play offense. So we just got worn down. And, Matt, I mean, I think back to my days of playing high school and especially college. When we played teams that kept the pressure on you, they had really, really good players, and they at any time they could bust one on you. it just it takes a toll on you playing defense because it's just you have to go so hard for so long.
Well, man, I really appreciate you working the game with me. We do have a brief post-game show that we're going to get to in a couple of moments, but again, Heard County wins this one 48-27, your final score. We'll send it back to the studio for a 2-minute break, and then we'll come back and give you the Honeymoon Bakery icing on the cake player of the game and bid you adieu tonight. But thanks for tuning in to Darlington Football, whether you're listening on the radio or watching the live stream. We'll come back and wrap things up after a 2-minute break.
My name is Ryan Somerville. I am the sales manager for Business Water Solutions. We do water purification coolers as well as ice machines for any size business. We're on campus right now at Darlington School. Super happy to be here. They're one of our biggest customers. I myself played sports here. Our two founders played sports here. It was absolutely our pleasure to be a sponsor for Darlington Athletics. I think one thing that really sets us apart is our water purification. There's 13 stages. The reverse osmosis part of it has been a huge part of our success, along with our 24-hour guarantee for service calls. So when a customer does call us, we're then guaranteed within 24 hours. We were able to provide a touchless water system to make it more COVID-friendly in terms of germs and touching the water system. One thing I always say is we're not selling a product, we're selling our service. That's what we really push for every single day, is to have a customer service experience like they've never had before.
Coosa Steel is a family-owned full-line steel service center located in Rome, Georgia. Since 1972, we've been working to make our customers more efficient by providing steel product supply and processing all in one place. We are proud to provide a large range of products, including hot rolled and cold finished steel, stainless steel, galvanized steel, aluminum, and alloys. Our capabilities enable us to assemble and process steel orders within days, shortening your lead time. Coosa Steel. Steel for your project.
Tonight's game. We wish we had a happier ending for you, but it was a fun, exciting game here at Chris Hunter Stadium. 48-27 was your final score in favor of Heard County, who were able to pull away there in the second half. Just kind of wore down the Tigers. Of course, you did have the turnover issues again and some penalty-type situations that took place, but it was one of those games where I really feel like the depth of this Heard County team really kind of caught up with the Tigers as the game went on.
It did, and it's an outstanding Heard County team, and I think there's the two tails of the game was just you hit one of them. The Heard County offense just wore us down because we're not very deep, playing the same people on both sides of the ball, and then on our offensive side is we had three turnovers.
Yes, sir.
And 3 turnovers and a couple of costly penalties. So that can't happen against a good football team.
Well, we're going to keep our wrap-up show kind of short because we had a long game tonight. We want to get it over to the Roman Orthopedic Center High School football scoreboard show. But as we wind down, we do want to make sure to get in the Honeymoon Bakery icing on the cake player of the game here for the 7th game of the season. And this is a young man that is now going to have won the award twice. He won it in week 1 against Mount Vernon, made some really big plays, and he did it again tonight. Some really electric plays made by Jace Donaldson, who is our winner. He scored on 33-yard pass play there for the first score for the Tigers, and he also scored their second touchdown. I think that was a 44-yard play on that one, and he had one that was called back, I believe. So, yeah.
He caused a fumble on their sideline right before half that we didn't convert, but he caused a fumble. And then did you say blocked extra point? He blocked extra point.
Didn't mention that.
So he had special teams play and offensive play and defensive play. So I don't have no problem with this young man getting it. he played his heart out.
He did. He earned the heck out of it. So congratulations to Jace Donaldson for his second award of the Honeymoon Bakery Icing on the Cake Player of the Game. Well, we're going to get ready to wrap things up here, and we'll go ahead and recognize the crew one more time. We'll start with the video crew here in just a couple of moments. You had tonight on press box cameras Noah Travis and Thomas Patterson. Clara Patterson was on remote cameras, graphics, Uda Patterson. Also replay was David Corbin, director Nathan Patterson, and you had commentary provided by WLAQ. Cannot forget our buddy back at the studio, Lynn Butler, at Command Central at the foot of Mount Alto, as we used to call it, the athlete's foot of Mount Alto. Yeah, so he's going to be there with his son tonight, Austin, with the Rome Orthopedic Center High School Football Scoreboard Show. But last but not least, Gordon Powers, Coach Gordon Powers, filling in for Ian Griffin tonight. Man, it was a pleasure to work with you again. I always enjoy this.
Oh, I enjoy it too. It's a different bird for me, but and I know it's Ian. As you listen to Ian, he's the man, and just getting the opportunity to fill in for him is an honor. And I'm glad you asked me, and it keeps my football blood boiling or moving, and you do a great job, with the Pattersons and all the people that you mentioned. It is awesome. I get lots of comments, about the live feed, the Darlington live feed. I've had people say, hey, it's like watching ESPN.
They do a tremendous job with it, and I'm really grateful that we get to have our part with it as well, with the radio station, and get to work with just a tremendous team of people. And as good as they are at what they do, they're also just great people to be around. It's always a pleasure, including yourself. So thank you so much for your insight tonight, lending that to the broadcast. It was a real pleasure to get to sit beside you and talk some football for a few hours. Wish it would have been a Darlington win, but can't win them all tonight. They're going to fall a bit short against this Heard County team who takes the front position of Region 6A D1. They win it 48-27 is the final score, but they'll get back with the drawing board because you've got the model Blue Devils who just got dealt a loss by Pepperell. Congratulations to Coach Haywood for getting his first win over at Pepperell, winning that game by a point. 7-6 was the final score, wasn't it?
Yes, he's been beat by less than touchdown about 3 times. That's going to be a game. I mean, it's the model Darlington. If you go by scores, our common opponents, I think it's a toss-up next week.
I think you're right. I think it's going to be a heck of a game. Looking forward to it. Should be a great, great atmosphere for the game, so make sure that you're here. If you're not, we'll have you covered on the radio and also the live stream. All right. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate you, man. We're going to go ahead and send it back to the studio. I do want to thank our sponsors on the radio one more time: Rome Orthopedic Center, Advent Health, Avery Drugs, Georgia Highlands College, Harbin Clinic, Riverside Auto Group, Ware Mechanical, and Honeymoon Bakery. That puts a wrap on our broadcast. For Gordon Powers, I'm Matt Davis and Lynn Butler back at the studio. Let's send it back to the studio. It's time for the Rome Orthopedic Center High School Football Scoreboard Show. Take it away, fellas.